Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Don W. Locker Gymnasium for tonight's Dragon Vision presentation of the Clinton Dragons and Lady Dragons taking on their rivals from Karns High School. I am Jim Harris, joined tonight by Lecia Watson, and I'm just going to warn everybody up front. Matt Hagan is in Murfreesboro. He is spending some valuable family time. The man never takes a day off. Matt Hagan taking a little time for himself. So, with that in mind, I'm running the camera tonight while also doing play-by-play. So this is going to be interesting, and I hope it's going to be a lot of fun. But, Lisa, we were just talking. You know, it used to be Karns shows up on the schedule, especially in girls. The boys, totally different animal. But the girls team, when Karns came to town, it used to be a guaranteed W. You and I were talking before we came on, and it seems like that has now changed. They seem like they've got the head coach they need in place. She is building this program from the ground up, and last year, Lady Dragons did not fare well in their matchup.
Well, we were talking in the locker room before the game. When we went to Karns, first game of the season last year, they had the same team they had last year. We've got the same team. They beat us by 25 there. We come here, and they come here, and we beat them. So, you know, we had relied a whole lot on Sarah Burton that prior year, and I think that game opener with Karns and going there, girls were a little unsure. They were a little scared. They were a little nervous, and so, you know, it showed up that it didn't fare too well for us. But tonight's game, we're a more seasoned team.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think we're going to be scared. I don't think
your sister's giving you all kinds of grief up here.
She's crazy. But, you know, hopefully this will be a different matchup. We're going to see tonight what our girls are made of in this matchup, because you cannot take Karns lightly. They've got a well-coached team, and you got two twins that can light it up.
Yeah, the Roberts girls are fantastic. You know, forgot what I was going to say there. But this Lady Dragon team, the last time we saw them won by, 72 points. Clearly stepping up in weight class a little bit here. What's your big key to the game tonight? Who do you think who would you like to see step up and have a big game tonight?
Well, Bailey Burrows is going to have to keep their big girl, hopefully get her in foul trouble, because they don't have any depth after that as far as post goes. So if Bailey Burrows can keep that girl off the board and put in some points, maybe draw some fouls, get her in foul trouble early, that will be a big key. Laney Carmichael's going to have to light it up on the other side, inside. And, of course, our guard play is pretty consistent. If we get double digits out of them, we should easily handle Karns Beavers tonight.
So we are about 3 minutes and change away from the opening festivities here, which I presume will include the national anthem, the introduction of the starting lineups. The Lady Dragons come into this one 5-0. Karns 2-2 on the season. But again, like we said, these games always go back and forth. I'll tell everybody who talks to me about this, but I think that Karns, right after Oak Ridge and Anderson County, this might be, I don't know if it's the biggest, but it might be the best and most heated of the rivalries that Clinton has going on. Obviously, Anderson County is its own thing. Oak Ridge, it's just not as vitriolic. This one always seems to have fireworks.
Yeah, especially when you go into the Karns Arena. Oh, my gosh, it's a fight every time over there.
The only time I have ever felt physically threatened doing this job was there.
Yeah, it's always very physical over there. It's always a fight. As a matter of fact, Coach mentioned that tonight. She said, guys, you know, you can't let the officials bother you or take you out of your game. And I've always said there's three things you don't let take out of your game. Number one is officials. Number two is yourself. And number three is the fans. And so if you regulate all three of those, keep a cool head about that, don't let neither one of those influence your game, then you've done something.
Of course, the crowd tonight for a Tuesday night non-district game. This is awesome. This is a great crowd, and judging by the interactions during the boys JV game, which was an absolute thriller, by the way, won by Karns 59-57 in overtime. Dragons led by as many as 12 at one point in that game, but the fans were into it, and that was just the JV game. Varsity always means just a little bit more, and so I'm interested to see how the fans impact tonight's game, and I'm certainly hoping that we see a lot. And, the Dragon student section has already started to show up, so I hope we can fill up that entire section before the end of the night.
I hope we can fill it up for the girls' game for sure by halftime at least anyway.
Yeah.
I do know I've heard several students tell me that the girls are going to be fun to watch this year, so maybe more of the students can get into coming and watching the girls play. It does look like we do have a pretty good crowd for a girls game.
I'd say it's about 30-40%. You know what? I'm going to go over 50% on the student section. The place is filling in nicely. Obviously, we're smack dab in the middle of the dinner hour, so a lot of people still hitting the concession stand. They put 8 minutes on the clock, and I believe we are about ready for the opening festivities here inside the Don W. Lockard Gymnasium here on this Tuesday night edition of Dragon Vision. We'll be here Thursday night for Meigs County. Friday at Powell, we will not be there because of the mere fact that Powell, out of all the schools that you could possibly go to, wants to charge $500, $500 American dollars to stream the game. So, please go to Powell, support the Dragons. We will not, unfortunately, be there, but I think that is the only game that we know we're not going to be able to do, and that's simply because during the football postseason, we asked you guys for way too much money. You guys were awesome. We're not doing that again. So $500, simply too much to watch Clinton take on Powell.
That's crazy.
Here's our national anthem. There is your national anthem as we get you ready for a little Clinton High School basketball here on this Tuesday, November the 28th, 2023. Hard to believe December is almost upon us.
I know, right?
Little bonkers. So the starting lineup's going to be introduced here. Karns going to be in their road black uniforms with the gold numerals and the royal blue trim. Lady Dragons will be in their familiar white uniforms with the orange numerals and black trim. Lineups for Karns will be introduced here shortly. Again, please bear with the camera work. This is literally the first time I have ever operated a real, honest-to-goodness, good camera. That's Abby Harris, number 3, no relation. She will get the start tonight. She has turned out to be a very solid player for this Karns squad.
Yes. That's the one Bailey needs to watch out for.
Madison Perrin also did some good things last year against Clinton.
Number 11, Reese Roberts.
One of those twins we were talking about. They are deadly.
Yeah.
Guard number 10, Riley Roberts. And that point guard, number 5, Lauren Martin. The Lady Beavers are coached by...
So the Lady Dragons about to be introduced.
Lady Carmichael. And another boost this evening, number 22.
Hard to see him on the camera in the dark.
It is very hard to see them on camera. I promise they are being introduced.
And a wing, number 10, Josie Moody. And another wing, number 13, Allie York. And that point guard, number 1, Eddie Gamble. The Lady Dragons are coached by Lecia Watson.
All right, received some feedback. Audio good. Picture little dark. We do apologize for that. I just asked Matt if there's any way I can correct it. He said basically that is beyond my level. So that is an adjustment that is beyond my pay grade. Apologies. So here we go. Lady Dragons getting ready to tangle with the Karns Lady Beavers. And getting ready to jump it up will be Josie Moody against Abby Harris. And the opening tip will be controlled by Clinton. They are moving from your right to your left. Addie Gamble with the basketball drives inside and is immediately fouled by number 10, Riley Roberts. That's her first, team's first.
That was number 11, Reese Roberts, her first, team first.
So it'll be Allie York to take the ball out of bounds for the Lady Dragons. Flips it up ahead to Gamble. Gamble lines up the three, misses that one. I'm telling you what, if Addie Gamble finds that scoring touch, she is going to be absolutely impossible to handle.
Yes. One thing about her is she does not give up. She's not one of those that'll shoot, miss, and quit shooting.
No, she's a gamer.
She is.
I don't know if she has a nickname, but she needs something to play on, like, you know, rug birds, because that girl dives for all the loose balls. Here is Karns in the corner as Jim tries to keep up camera-wise. Driving inside is Roberts, and she is fouled. Or, excuse me, the ball knocked away out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Lady Beavers. Roberts to inbound. She gets it in up top. Here's Martin. Martin over to Roberts. This is Reese. Reese. Now back in the hands of Abby Harris. Harris guarded out there by Josie Moody. Lady Dragons have length everywhere. There's a shot missed, and a rebound going to be tracked down by Addie Gamble. It's a tie ball, and the arrow will favor the Lady Beavers of Karns. So, ball inbounded to Martin, and she walks it back across the timeline. Still scoreless, 6:56 left to go. Again, with the clock here again, we're a two-man show, Lisa and I, so we'll keep you updated on the time and the score, I promise. We are scoreless right now, 6:44 left to play. Here is Roberts with the basketball. She gives it up to her sister, misses off the left side. Rebound attempted to be saved by Abby Harris, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Clinton basketball. Still scoreless here early on, 6:34 left to play here in the opening period. That pass going to be stolen. A little ill-advised on that half-court pass right there. Here is a shot put up from the outside. It is up and good for Madison Perrin. And the seal is broken on the scoring tonight here in Clinton. Moody and York trying to get it into the front court, and that's a double dribble after the steal. Number 5, Martin did come up with the steal, but immediately upon getting it, double clutched on her dribble. And it is a, let's see here.
Oh, there we go.
Oop.
I didn't know how to bring that up.
So, all good.
Clinton
6 minutes left to play. Do not just ignore the clock on your screen. Gamble has it knocked away. Roberts from her posterior able to keep that ball alive, and it finds its way to her twin. So Riley Roberts with the ball now back in the hands of Reese. She lays it up off the window, in and out, no good. Rebound tracked down, out of bounds. It'll be Clinton basketball. Good end-to-end action right here. All right, there's the first time Jim forgot he was also supposed to be running a camera, so the over-under still in play. I put it at 2.5. So here is the inbounds pass. Allie York to Addie Gamble. Up ahead, long pass to Moody, got through the defenders. Moody with a nice find to Carmichael. Carmichael couldn't finish. Moody with the rebound and the putback. Josie Moody with the first points of the night for Clinton, and it is 3-2. 5:20 left to play here in the game's opening quarter. And there is a three on the other end from Madison Perrin. So Perrin early on here, 2 for 2 from range. And as the Lady Dragons bring the ball into the front court, it is knocked out of bounds. So it'll stay with Clinton. Sydney Harrell was in very briefly. She is now on the bench. And now it's Gamble. Gamble works to her left, now for Moody. Moody double teamed out there. Now for Gamble. And there is Moody. Moody able to track down the loose ball. Nice move at the paint. Couldn't hit the jumper from the elbow. On the floor for the rebound. Saves it to York. Here's Allie. Cross court now for Burrows. Back to York. York puts up the three. That's off the mark. Rebound Moody. Moody slapped out of her hands from behind. Here's Burrows with it. Burrows for Moody. Josie underneath puts it in. And it's 6-4. Lady Dragons cut the lead to 2. So 4:25 left to go here in the opening quarter. 6-4 our score. Working it around to Perrin. Perrin with the hot hand early for Karns. Dumps it off, and it's stolen by Gamble. Gamble always with the active hands. Comes out of there with the loose ball. Into the front court it comes. And there's going to be a turnover. I believe that the Lady Dragons stepped on the sideline in front of the Karns bench.
I believe they called a walk on that play. She shuffled her feet a little bit before she went.
So both teams with some early turnovers, just one apiece right now. Here's Roberts into the front court for Karns. And that's going to be a foul out front. Josie Moody's first, Lady Dragons first as a team. Of course, after 5 fouls per quarter, new this year in high school basketball, 2 foul shots for the aggrieved party. Driving down low, Perrin finds Harris. Harris can't get it to go, but she's fouled, and that's going to be the second early one on here on Josie Moody.
Yeah, that hurts. I'm not sure that they got that call. I think they're saying that she got her, she hit that free throw. So I think they're saying that she got her with that offhand.
So Harris knocks down the first free throw. And it's 7-4. Misses the second. And here come the Lady Dragons. Back the other way. Addie Gamble driving down the paint. Blocked. Great block by Perrin. Back the other way come the Lady Beavers. Here's Roberts off the glass. Won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Harris for the Lady Beavers of Karns. 7-4 is our score here early. The clock is almost right on our screen. That would be a nice little feather in the cap. Here's Allie York. York gets it to Gamble. Full court pressure being applied by Karns right now. Lady Dragons handle it. Here's Carmichael. Lets the defender get past her. Stops and pops for 3. And Lainey Carmichael ties this game at 7 apiece. 3:06 left to play here in the opening quarter. Here's Perrin for 3. No good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Bailey Burrows. Burrows able to get it off here to Addie Gamble. 2:52 left to play here in the game's opening quarter. From the corner, here is Harrell for 3. No good. Rebound going to be grabbed inside by Martin. And here comes Karns back the other way in a hurry. Roberts.
Yeah, one of the key things in this game is going to be the boards.
Here's a 3 from Martin off the glass, no good. Rebound grab by Harrell. Harrell for Carmichael, stolen away from behind by Roberts. Here's her sister for three, no good. Rebound grab by Gamble. I believe Addie may have gotten away with a double dribble there, but here's Gamble, and that's going to be a travel. So 2:15 left to go. Travel whistled against Clinton, so a turnover. Gives the ball back to the Lady Beavers. Kiki Clay checks in for Karns.
You know, Gamble's playing with an injured hip that she hurt in AAU travel ball over the summer. But she won't tell you that because she's a fighter.
I was going to say, if you hadn't told me, I would not have known.
You won't know.
2 minutes left to go here in the opening period. Here's Perrin. Perrin, handoff for Roberts. Roberts drives down the lane, off the window, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds again by Karns. Karns very active underneath, getting their hands on a lot of these balls, but not able to corral them. Then that's, I believe, the second or third time that a rebound opportunity has gone off the fingers of Karns and into the possession of Clinton.
Go in, Laney.
Here's Laney Carmichael for three. She buries it, and the Lady Dragons take the lead for the first time tonight. It's 10-7. Minute 32 left to go. And man, that clock is almost right on it, too. Very proud of us. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I stopped the clock. That's right. We are exactly correct.
We need two of these controllers.
Right? Minute 28 left to go here. Into the front court comes Addie Gamble. We're celebrating all of life's victories tonight. Here is Gamble. Gamble in the corner now for Harrell.
Oh,
nice pass down low into the paint for Carmichael, and one. Laney, man, once you get her down on that low block, she is hard to stop. That was a great pass from the corner. And with a minute 14 left to go, that'll be the first foul on Riley Roberts. Excuse me, Kiki Clay, her first. Shot is up for Laney, and the Lady Dragons now lead it 13-7. So he stopped the clock. We just didn't start it. So 66 seconds left to play here in quarter number one. Underneath, that ball knocked away by Carmichael from behind. Good active hands on defense. Lady Dragons, more than any other squad I think I've seen out of the Lady Dragons in at least the last few years. I've never seen a group more active defensively than this group with the hands. Doesn't matter if it's a passing lane, just trying to get their hand in there and sticky things up. But this is a very active group.
Yes, we've worked hard on that in the offseason.
Here's Roberts. Roberts with the spin move, working against Gamble. Gets it out to her twin. The three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Reese Roberts. Now into the corner. Here's Kiki Clay. She'll kick it back up top now for Martin. Martin out there on the left wing now for Clay. Excuse me, that's Roberts. Reese Roberts drives in, can't get it to go. Karns fans wanted a foul, no call coming, and there is a foul on the other end. They're going to get Riley Roberts on that one as she reached in and tripped up Allie York a little bit. So third foul against Karns here with 28.8 seconds left to play in the opening period. So here's Gamble. Gamble gets to Allie York for three. Buries it. 16-7. Lady Dragons opened up a 9-point lead here at home. Now into the front court. Here's Roberts. Scoop shot good, and a foul on Gamble. So the hoop and the harm for Karns. That is going to be the first on Gamble. Third against Clinton as a unit here in this first quarter. 11.7 seconds left. This is Reese Roberts at the free throw line. Can't get it to go, and the rebound off to Carmichael. 11 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Carmichael trying to keep it alive, and it's going to be up ahead and laid in by Roberts. So 16-11, and that is how the first quarter will end. So there you go. 16-11. Not a complete disaster, I don't think, technologically wise. So hats off to us.
Well, listen, I'm very impressed at how well you can multitask at doing three things. I'm struggling over here.
16-11 is our score. Lady Dragons with the early lead here. Madison Perrin with 6 points, leading the way for Karns on that side. So 16-11. The dulcet sounds of Jason Hammock's DJ system.
Hey,
Getting us.
the best DJ in town.
Don't look at my points. I stopped writing them down because I was missing plays on the camera, which is kind of important.
I was just checking the fouls out. Clinton's going to have to get better in this next quarter, taking care of the basketball and stopping those second chance shots off of offensive boards.
Yeah.
That's hurting us a little bit right now.
Lady Dragons, though, were able to take the lead in that first quarter, trailed from about the first half of it, but assumed a little bit of control there in the latter stages. There is a deflected pass out of bounds. Riley Roberts knocks it out into the Karns bench, and it'll be Sydney Harold inbound for Clinton. She gets it to Gamble. Here's Gamble working it around the perimeter.
No.
For Carmichael, down low for Burrows.
No.
That pass a little too ambitious. And back the other way come the Lady Beavers. Here's Roberts into the corner for Perrin for three. Her third triple of the first half cuts the lead to 2 at 16-14. 7:32 left to play here in the first half. Gamble takes the inbounds pass and walks it into the front court. Gamble, York, Carmichael, Burrows, and Harrell, your 5 on the floor for Clinton. Josie Moody on the bench right now with 2 fouls. Here is a pass deflected away. York had it knocked out of her hand by Madison Perrin, and Perrin making her impact felt on both ends of the floor here in the early going.
Yes, that girl's definitely hit some 3 threes, I think is what she's got.
3 triples so far. Here's the inbounds pass to Carmichael. Carmichael gets it inside for Burrows. Burrows' little baby hook would not go. Carmichael with the rebound. Gamble for 3.
Yes.
Barely rippled the net. It is good. 19-14. Lady Dragons extend their lead back out to 5. We've got 6 minutes and 59 seconds left to play here in the opening half. Perrin gives it off for Roberts. Deep 3 on the way from Roberts. It's no good. Rebound comes off the glass to Carmichael. She gives it off to Gamble. Addy into the front court. Drives it off. A little bit too strong off the glass from the right side. Here comes Karns back the other way. 6:37 left to play. 19-14. Clinton with the lead. Karns with the ball. Roberts' three-pointer way off the mark. Rebound going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by... Looks like they're going to say Clinton, so it'll stay Karns basketball.
I think it was hit off our foot.
So to inbound the ball, that is Riley Roberts to Reese Roberts. Now off to the point guard, Lauren Martin. They got 3 girls that can really handle basketball. Here's one of them. Roberts gets it back outside now for Perrin. Perrin guarded there by Lainey Carmichael.
You know, we probably are one of the most evenly matched teams as far as, talent-wise.
Mm-hmm.
That we're going to have to take care of the basketball.
Yep. Allie York again. That pass a little ambitious. Checking into the game for the first time tonight for Clinton, Kensley Hutchison.
Yep.
She provided valuable minutes in the 91-19 blowout we saw last week over FBA. So into the front court comes Roberts. Martin. Gives it off to one of the Roberts girls. That 3 no good. Hutchison quickly in there with a rebound. And here comes Clinton back the other way. Addie Gamble to Allie York for 3 off the mark. Rebound stolen away by Burrows. Burrows up and in. Nice little move right there from Bailey, and it's 21-14. Lady Dragons lead is 7 as they add the extra point. 5:25 left to play. Driving it down the lane is Reese Roberts, and she's going to be fouled. Kensley Hutchison can't believe it. I have never seen a high school player go, oh, yeah, that was me. They're always like, what?
I didn't touch him.
I can't believe you called that on me.
We're just going to have to get and help a little quicker on that play. You're getting help a little quicker, get them outside the lane, then
first foul
you
shot,
don't have to worry
no
about
good.
that foul.
.520 left to play. Second
Missed
shot,
both
no
of them.
good. There's Hutchison with another rebound. Long pass up ahead to Sydney Harrell. Doesn't have numbers wisely. Lays it off for Hutchison coming down the lane, but the ball gets away from her. Never able to handle that pass cleanly. There's two. There's the second time I forgot I was running a camera. 5:03 left to go. Here's Reese Roberts stepping through the defenders, and she's going to get whistled for a travel. So both teams not valuing the basketball right now. It's like Lainey Carmichael's rest will be brief. She's about to check back in. Here's Addie Gamble into the front court now for Hutchison. That was Burrows to Hutchison in the lane. Her shot no good. Rebound grab by Abby Harris. Up ahead it goes to Reese Roberts. Roberts underneath the basket, kicks it back out onto the wing, left side. And we've got a reach-in foul against Clinton. That'll be the first of the quarter. And it will be the first against York. Second of the quarter, pardon me. 4:39 left to play. 21-14, Clinton with the lead. Karns with the ball. Here's Riley Roberts. Now it's Reese. For Perrin, looking for her fourth three-pointer of this first half. Couldn't get it. Abby Harris going to be called for going over the back of Bailey Burrows.
Yeah, Bailey had a great block out right then. She boxed out, did her job.
So 4.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh. Don't like these long passes that take a long time to get there. Yeah.
Coach talked about that in pregame. We can't have those lazy passes against this quick guard front of Karns.
Absolutely. So 4:20 left here in the first half. Here's Gamble to inbound. Gamble gets it into Laney. Carmichael out here on the left wing. Up top for York. York lost her footing, able to get the ball to Burrows. Down low for Carmichael, off the glass and in.
That was a heads-up play,
Burrows with the dime. Carmichael with the deposit. And we're halfway through the second quarter now, 23-14. 3:57 left to play. Oh, knocked away. Addie Gamble, quick hands. Not quick enough to pull off the steal, but knocks it out of the control of Reese Roberts.
No, but quick enough to make that Karns player have to know she's going to have to protect that basketball. If not, Gamble's all over it.
Martin almost has it poked away by Carmichael. Here's Roberts. She got it inside, lost the handle, was able to tap it back out, controlled by Karns. Here's Abby Harris for Lauren Martin. Martin, top of the circle, way outside.
Way out.
Riley
we talked
Roberts.
about that. We talked about the twins, the Roberts girls, will shoot from no man's land, and they can hit it.
So on the floor, scrum for the loose basketball. It's going to be a held ball, which means that on the possession arrow, it will belong to the Lady Beavers. 23-14, 3 minutes, 24 seconds left to play here in quarter number 2.
I think one of the keys to keep us ahead of the game and to maintain this lead and actually grow the lead is to take care of the basketball a little better in this.
Yeah, I have never been a fan of those long passes. It's like a touch pass in football where the receiver has to wait for it to come down.
Guys can get away with that a little easier than girls because they have the upper body strength that we don't have, even though we've been in the weight room a lot.
3:23 left to go. Here's Lauren Martin off the inbound, looking to drive inside, off the window, and fouled. They're going to get Carmichael, it looks like, judging by the look on her face. Yep, that's on Laney. I believe that's her first. Team's third here in the quarter. 2 shots coming up for Martin at the free throw line. First one is up and good.
First score we've had in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Which I attribute to really good defense on both ends.
Of course. And, of course, not valuing the basketball. So, 3:15 left to go. Lady Dragons still up by 7, 23-16. Here's Bailey Burrows with it. Burrows misses the shot underneath. You'll have to take my word for it because I screwed up the camera again. Here's Roberts, deep three again from the left wing. Can't get it to go. Kiki Clay could not get the follow. And then it's stolen away there by Allie York. Here comes York into the front court with a head full of steam.
Yes, Laney
Drives,
using that hand.
can't get it to go with the left hand. Ball knocked out of bounds. They say last touched by Karns. I think Clinton got a gift right there. The holiday season is upon us, so in the spirit. So here's York to inbound. York to Gamble. Gamble up top. Now for York. York, little head fake, comes inside for the 2. Can't get that one to fall.
Gets her on rebound.
Gets a rebound, comes back out, probing. Going cross court now for Gamble. Here's Gamble with the basketball. Working to her right in the corner. Carmichael for 3, off the mark, no good. Rebound will be grabbed by Madison Perrin. Up ahead into the front court. Here's Roberts, can't get it to go. Good defense there by Addie Gamble. Roberts begging for a foul that she's not going to get. Here is Bailey Burrows for 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound tracked down by Abby Harris. Harris will give it up now for Martin. Minute 55 left to go in a 7-point ball game, 23-16. Driving down the lane,
Woo!
Roberts has it knocked out of her hand by the Lady Dragons. Here comes Gamble back the other way. Gamble in traffic, can't get it to go. Rebound tied up on the ground. Lainey Carmichael, the arrow's going to give it to the Clinton Lady Dragons. 23-16. Was it Carmichael that got her hand on the ball down here?
Yes, Carmichael had a tremendous block down there.
So
timed
great
it well.
block. Looks like we've got a timeout taken by Clinton. So Lady Dragons going to talk things over here with a minute 37 left to play.
We've burned 2 of our timeouts, both of them a 30-second timeout.
If I've learned anything from coaches over the past 25 years, it's that you don't get to take them with you when you leave the building, so you're going to use them all. Of course, Chris Lockhart, the king of that.
Oh,
doesn't matter the situation. He's not leaving this. He is not leaving a gym.
He's notorious for those
3-second
3-second timeouts.
Yep.
3 seconds on the clock, and he's going to call a timeout. He does that at Karns a lot, especially if it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So minute 37 left to go here. Allie York inbounds it.
To Josie Moody with 2.
Josie Moody with the 2-pointer, and it's 25-16. 90 seconds left to go here in quarter number 2. Dropping the ball off. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Clinton. So it'll stay Lady Beaver basketball. Here's Lauren Martin. Martin, 3-ball on the way from Roberts is no good. Missed everything. Bailey Burrows just watches that one bounce out of bounds.
You know, the Roberts girls are tremendous athletes. They get right a little bit. That's just because they're so passionate about the game.
Here's York.
Great assist.
Nice drop off for
not an
Carmichael.
assist 'cause we missed
Could
it.
not finish. It was a terrific pass.
Great pass. Great pass.
Here's a 3 on
By
the way
Allie
from
York.
Roberts. No good. Excuse me, that was 24 Kiki Clay. Could not get that one to fall, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Karns, so it'll be Clinton basketball. 55.8 seconds left. Don't believe what the thing on the screen is telling you. Here's Carmichael. Gets it up ahead to Josie Moody. Moody drops it off. Bailey Burrows, little 8-footer, would not go. Rebound underneath, tied up again. Abby Harris ties up with Bailey Burrows, and the arrow will favor Karns. with 43 seconds to play. 25-16 the score. So into the front court come the Lady Beavers. Here's Lauren Martin.
Oh, my goodness.
Foul on Laney Carmichael. That is the tickiest, tackiest foul I've seen all night.
He anticipated that to be way worse than it was.
Yep, 32 and a half seconds left. Carmichael sits down, her second. Team's fourth here in the half, or in the, in the quarter.
Well, Karns' coach has been working that official every time he runs by, so.
Here is Martin, straight away look at a three, couldn't get it to fall. Perrin grabs the rebound, has it knocked out of her hand. Roberts for three, could not get it to fall.
Three
Rebound
chances.
again,
Well,
and that's going to be a travel against Kiki Clay, who then gives the shoulder to Bailey Burrows. 13.8 seconds left. Here in this first half, Moody. Here's York, pulls up from the elbow, couldn't get that one to go, and that's the end of the first half of play. The Clinton Lady Dragons leading their guests from Karns by the score of 25-16. We are going to take a quick break here, turn off our microphones, and get some liquid in us. 25-16, Lady Dragons in the lead at halftime. Welcome back, everybody. Here at halftime, 25-16, the Clinton Lady Dragons leading their guests from Karns High School in Knoxville. We are here live at the Don W. Locker Gymnasium. I'm Jim Harris. Lecia Watson on her way back up after getting some first half statistics. Tell you this, coming up 15 minutes after the conclusion of this girls game, we'll have coverage of the boys tilt between the Dragons and the Beavers. Always fun when these two get together, as we've been talking about all night long. This is a terrific high school rivalry here in East Tennessee. So, got about 3 minutes left here before halftime. Again, we'll be here on Thursday night when Meigs County pays a visit. We will not make the trip to Powell, however, due to their exorbitant fee for streaming a basketball doubleheader in December. So there you go. Of course, this is the final Tuesday in November. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Getting ready for the second half. Both teams playing awfully hard in that first half. You can definitely tell this is a rivalry, and you can tell it means a little bit more to both these squads. Lady Dragons warming up down there. What's up, Lecia Watson?
Hey.
She's back. Let's go ahead and tell us some of the scoring leaders tonight for the Lady Dragons. Here's some of those first half stats for us.
Well, as a team, we're shooting 7 for 19 from the 2-point line and 4 from 6 from the 3-point line. Josie Moody has 6 points. Bailey Burrows has 2. Allie York has 5. Lainey Carmichael is leading the scoring tonight with 10.
The great thing about this team is, and I think I've talked about this with Alicia as well, it doesn't have to be the same girl every night. You have 6 viable options that could go off for 20 points any given night. Just depends on the matchup for a good chunk of that. But this is a very, very balanced scoring team. And unlike some teams we've seen in the past that did have that superstar, like a Sarah Burton, they relied on that scoring and did not necessarily pursue their own points with the same vigor. But this is a group that is, we've documented this. They've played together a very long time. So this group is a fun group to watch.
Yes, they are fun. Very athletic, very coachable. Like you said, we have a lot of weapons, and we can spread the love around, and we've got scoring threats all over. We just got to get them on in the second half.
So 8 minutes on the clock here as we get ready to start quarter number 3.
Looks like it should be Clinton's ball beginning the second half.
It is.
We've had 10 turnovers this first half.
Can't do that.
One of the goals that we always set was keep it 12 to 15 the whole entire game.
Well, Lady Dragons have their work cut out for them on that front. There's very quickly a steal. So, Lady Dragons now with 11 turnovers in the game. And here comes Karns with Lauren Martin into the front court for Roberts. Dishes it back to Martin on the outside. Right wing 3 won't go. Rebound going to be grabbed by Bailey Burrows. Burrows hands it off to Gamble. Gamble pulls up, blocked from behind. Nice defensive play there by Karns. Gamble did not feel the pressure from behind. Coming back the other way. Here is Karns in the lane. That is number 10. That is Riley Roberts. Lainey Carmichael trying to answer on the other end with a 3, won't go. Rebound grab by Gamble. Gamble spins off a defender and is going to go to the free throw line as she is hacked on the wrist on her way up. That foul will be whistled on Abby Harris, her second. Team's first here in the half. In the quarter, pardon me. 25-9. Excuse me, my bad. That was us. 26-18.
27.
And add one more point, and the Lady Dragons lead it by 9 again. This match is their largest lead of the game. 7:50 left to play. Well, actually 7:03 left to go in real time. Here's Gamble with a steal, and unfortunately could not control it before stepping out of bounds. But again, very active defensive play there. And that's the fourth time I've messed up the camera, so you'll have to take my word for the niceness of that defensive play. Here is Madison Perrin. Perrin picked up by York. Now to Roberts. Roberts back to Perrin on the give and go. Can't get it to go. And the rebound grabbed by Moody. Moody up ahead. Gets it up to Gamble. Addy off the bottom of the rim. Will not go. And now here comes Roberts back the other way in a hurry for Karns. With the left hand, she's going to draw the foul in the paint. I think that's going to be on Burrows. If so, it's her first. Nope. It's going to be on Gamble.
It's her second.
That is her second with 6:38 left to play here in this third quarter.
That was a hustle play, a little bit of a frustration foul. She's frustrated with herself for missing that layup.
Perrin takes the inbounds pass for Karns.
This is a very low-scoring first half. I think both teams not shooting at their peak tonight.
Here's Roberts. Misses that one, and here's Bailey Burrows with the rebound. Hands it off to Gamble, and Addy brings it into the front court. Gamble on the right side. Gives it there to Moody. Moody comes back out front with it. She'll drive into the corner now for Carmichael. Back up top for York. Allie will reset. Now into that left corner again for Lainey Carmichael. Great pass underneath to Josie Moody. Can't get either of those opportunities to fall, though.
I think she got fouled a little bit. They missed that.
Here's Martin, blocked by Bailey Burrows. Great defensive play by Bailey inside. And the clock will stop with 5:49 left to play. Oh, that worked out perfectly. So, here's Roberts. She looks to drive. Three ball on the way for Perrin. No good. She was hot in the first half. Missed her last two. And there is a travel on the rebound by Abby Harris. Tried to gather herself in.
Thank goodness, because they was about to have a give-and-go play. You know, Karns is pressed all night, and it hurt us a little bit just for a hot minute in the first quarter, but we've handled it very well. Oh, my gosh.
Speaking of very well, our picture has improved markedly because I figured something out.
Oh.
That's when I start getting dangerous, Lisa, is when I start figuring things out for myself. Here is a long shot that is no good. Burrows up ahead. Nice long pass. Allie York lays it up and in and one. 5:10 left to play. 29-18 free throw coming. It's going to be on Roberts. Foul shot is up and good for Allie. And the Lady Dragons extend their lead to 12. This is their largest margin of the night.
Yeah, we're just going to take care of the basketball.
Very much hoping you guys appreciate the picture improvement because now it's light. You can see stuff. Here is the rebound off the miss. Bailey Burrows up ahead. Josie Moody off the bottom of the backboard, but she's going to get fouled by Madison Perrin. So Perrin commits the foul, and with 4:53 left to go, Josie Moody will step to the free throw line. Lady Dragons have done a really good job this year and last year, I think, of getting to the free throw line.
Yes.
Last year, an issue that we had was inability to convert from the free throw line. So far, though, that last shot notwithstanding, seems like we've gotten a little bit better at that. So in the early portion of this year. Here's Moody, second shot, 1 out of 2 for Josie, and it's 31-18 with 4:53 left to go. 4:47. Driving, shot no good. Missed by Roberts. Rebound tracked down by Perrin from the corner for three. And she does get that one. 31-21 is our score. So we've got a timeout on the floor with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. Timeout taken immediately there by the Karns coaching staff. 31-21 is our score. Lady Dragons have led by as many as 12. That happened here in the third quarter just a few moments ago.
He's playing the old school music now.
Yeah. He's mixing it up. Playing some things I have not heard in a gym. And most of the time when you go into a gym, there's like 10 songs you know you're going to hear. Not the case tonight with Jason Hamnick, mixing it up a little bit.
Karns changing up their press a little bit, going to a 2-2-1. The first half, they did a 1-2-2 press, or 1-2-1-1. So they've got speed in their trapping areas for sure. Like I said, it hasn't hurt us this game.
Not particularly, no. That time the pass deflected out of bounds by Karns. Allie York will inbound to Addie Gamble. Over on the left side, York for three. Oh, short. Has not found her shooting stroke in this game tonight. There's a steal at midcourt. Addie Gamble comes up with the loose basketball. Gamble trying to keep it alive. Did she get the timeout? No, they're going to call it travel.
How did call travel when she was dribbling the basketball?
Unbelievable.
I do not get that. You can't make that call.
31.
She traveled. That was before he made that call.
Yeah, 31-21, Karns basketball.
Coach is bending his ear.
Sweet talking him.
Yep.
Here is Roberts. Roberts going to get called for a travel? No, it's going to be a foul and one. So the Lady Dragons commit the foul, and it's 31-23 all of a sudden. Foul on York, it's her second.
Made that free throw.
Foul shot is up and good. So 31-24. Lady Dragons inbound the basketball. Halfway through this third quarter. Josie Moody up ahead. Addie Gamble stops, pops, three ball, no good. Moody with the foul. Wow. She got the rebound, went back up for it. Looked like she got fouled, but no call coming. Here's Roberts. Roberts outside now for Perrin. Perrin, shot no good. Rebound grabbed on the inside by Kiki Clay. Clay gives it up for Roberts. Roberts off the window and in. 31-26. What once was a 12-point lead. Now down to 5. Here's a steal by Roberts going back the other way with the
Number
left
11.
hand. And it is a three-point game, 31-28.
Yeah,
3:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Gamble drives, dribbles it off of the foot of a Karns player. Karns fans do not agree, as you would expect them not to. York inbounds it to Carmichael. Carmichael can't get it to go. The other way, here comes Roberts. Her jumper off the mark. Rebound going to be grabbed by Moody up ahead. Bailey Burrows. Allie York with the left hand and the finish. 33-28, 2:50 left to play here in quarter number 3. Again, pardon the amateurish camera work.
Yes, we miss our professional Matt Hagan.
So with the ball, here's Clay. Clay for Perrin up top. Perrin had 3 triples in the first half, has been quiet since then. Here's Roberts for 3, can't get it to go. And the rebound will be collected there by York. York into the front court, up ahead. This time they do get the foul called on Josie Moody. Moody will head to the line to shoot a pair.
Should be 3 fouls on Roberts, number 10.
It is her third. Team's fourth here in the quarter. 2:22 left to play. Moody's first foul shot, no good. Sydney Harrell will check in. Lainey Carmichael gets a breather. (33-28). Second shot, no good. Rebound going to be controlled by Karns. Here comes Roberts into the front court. Stolen there by Gamble. Addy back the other way. Blocked by Perrin. Great end-to-end action here. And here's Perrin now trying to give the ball up to Roberts. Roberts able to get it to Martin. Martin into the front court. Martin
We're putting
for
another
Perrin.
hand on it. Missing a few double dribbles out there.
Here
That's a
is-
hard call to make.
It really is. Riley Roberts outside for Lauren Martin. 3 no good. Karns not accurate from 3 tonight. Here comes York into the front court behind her back. Addie Gamble left wing. Got her defender in the air. Pulls it back down. Sydney Harrell in the corner for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound will be collected by Perrin. So here comes Karns back the other way, trailing by 5. With it, Roberts knocks it down from the elbow, and it's a 3-point game, 33-30, with 1:28 left to play here in the third period. Here's Gamble into the corner, finds its way to Burrows underneath, and that's going to be a double dribble. Burrows had picked it up. I think had more room there than she thought when she turned. So with 1:16 left to play here in the third quarter, Karns can tie or trim this lead to 1. 67 seconds left to play. Here in the third quarter with the ball, Roberts turns the corner, fouled. Who do they get?
What?
Moody or Burrows, both in the vicinity, and it's going to be on Moody. That'll be her third. Team's third here in the period.
Don't agree with that call either. I think they're letting a lot of hard fouls go and calling the picky ones. But that's the coach in me right here, not the commentator.
Exactly.
She
Understood.
made that second free throw.
So second one is good. It's a 33-31 game. Here's a turnover back the other way. Roberts has it blocked by Josie Moody. Moody up ahead. Stolen away again, this time by Roberts. Into the corner now for Perrin. Perrin gives it up for Roberts. Roberts drops it off across the lane for Kiki Clay. And we're tied up at 33 apiece with 30 seconds left in quarter number 3. Great game going on here tonight inside the Donnie Dome. Sydney Harrell for 3, buries it.
Big one.
20 seconds left to go now as Karns comes back into the front court. Here's Roberts to her right. Hands it off there to Martin. Martin up top. She'll pull it back out. 12 seconds left. Look for them to play for the final shot of the period. Here is the ball knocked away. Oh, my goodness. Madison Perrin inside gets the hoop and the harm, and an opportunity to tie this game up as that one is going to be the first on Sydney Harrell, team's fourth here in the quarter. At the free throw line for 2 is Madison Perrin.
For 2, I think she made that basket.
You're right.
Yeah. She missed the free throw there.
Shot no good. Addie Gamble as the buzzer expires, just a little bit short. One more step in.
One more.
And she knocks that one down. Our score at the end of 3 quarters of play, the Clinton Lady Dragons and the Karns Lady Beavers locked up in a good one. It's Clinton on top, 36-35.
You have to give kudos to Karns for fighting back from a 12-point deficit.
You know, this goes with what I was saying before. This is not the Karns team that I came of age watching.
Yeah.
Because in years past, you go in with a 9-point halftime lead against Karns, you might as well just start making plans for after the game because they were not going to have that fight in them. This group obviously does, and they've got the talent to back it up and make the Dragons a little nervous here.
Yeah, coaches right now probably down there telling the girls, you've got to take care of that basketball. They're wanting it a little bit more than you right now, so you got to get your hustle back, meet all your passes, be particular about your passes, take it to the hole, make them foul you.
So 8 minutes on the clock here as we go to the fourth quarter.
I'll say this, Clinton has definitely dominated the boards so far this half, and which first half it was Karns dominating the boards.
Right now, I think the difference in this game that's allowed Karns to get back, though, is the turnovers.
It has been the turnovers, yes.
All right, so here we go. And it's going to be Karns opening up this fourth quarter with the basketball. Still moving from your right to your left. Underneath, here's Martin, can't get it to go. Shot was blocked from behind. Here's Josie Moody into the front court.
Good pass. Oh, what? Is she going out?
Moody to Gamble. Gamble back outside for Allie York.
Allie giving up a wide open layup right there.
Which is not something we normally see Allie do.
I know.
So Allie York with the ball now in her hand on the left wing. She looks to drive inside, kicks it back out for Addie Gamble. Left side three, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Kiki Clay and stolen by Lainey Carmichael, but stolen right back by Clay. Lady Dragons did everything right there, just could not get a shot opportunity. Here is a shot from the left side, no good for Roberts. And the rebound off to Josie Moody. Moody into the front court, turns the corner. Beautiful drive for Josie Moody.
Turn it on right
and
here.
it's 38-35. So 6:45 left to go here in quarter number 4. 38-35, Clinton with the lead, Karns with the ball. On the left side, here's Roberts, way off the mark for three. Rebound going to go to Allie York. York will bring it up into the front court left side. Here's York. She says, I didn't want the wide open layup, Coach Watson.
Right.
I wanted one with a hand in my face. Allie York makes it a 40-35 game, and the Lady Dragon lead back to 5. Karns has not led since midway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
Here is the lay-in by Roberts. It's up and good to make it 40-37. Back the other way, here's Moody for Carmichael, and Carmichael puts it up and in, and the Lady Dragons now lead it 42-37. 5:47 left to play. Clock on your screen, kinda right.
Close.
Here is Roberts, gives it up for Martin on the left wing. Martin, a little head fake and a drive. Outside now for Clay for three. Can't get that one to go off the glass, and that's going to be a foul underneath. Reach-in foul going to be whistled against Karns. They're going to get that one on Lauren Martin. I believe that is her first, and it is the team's first here in the quarter. So 5:29 left to play, 42-37. Addie Gamble to inbound. Out there with, got a timeout on the floor taken by the Lady Dragons, leading by 5 with 5:29 left to play. We'll mix it up a little bit. I'll go to that scoreboard over there. I'm feeling froggy now. 42-37 is the score. 5:29 left to go.
You know, we had 10 turnovers at halftime. We've already come in and got 17. So we've had 7 more turnovers since this second half began.
And that exceeds the limit that I was told that there was, 12-15. I'm no mathematician, but I think that's more.
You like to have less than 12 in a game for high school level. That's lofty, but that was just always ours.
Yeah.
You know, but you definitely don't want to have 15, 20.
No.
You know,
especially not in a close game like this.
You've got to protect the basketball.
So Moody will inbound for Clinton. Looks like Karns going to ratchet up the full court pressure once again. Here's Moody working it up into the front court with Addie Gamble. Gamble gets it over to Carmichael. Carmichael outside now for Harrell. Harrell on that right wing dumps it down low for Carmichael. Great pass across the lane, but it was knocked away from Bailey Burrows by Roberts. Up ahead, Martin trying to get the other Roberts, and that's going to result in a turnover as that pass just a little bit too far out in front of number 10, Riley Roberts. So right now, both teams playing a little fast and loose with the basketball. Here's Gamble. Gamble for Moody. Moody into the corner for Carmichael. Down low, here's Josie off the glass. Oh, did everything but go in, but she will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 42-37 remains the score. 4:56 left to play.
These free throws will be key right here. We need to start hitting our free throws this half. We're playing a little bit tired and sluggish. Oh, there she goes.
So Moody knocks down the first one. Second one is also good. So Lady Dragons extend the lead back to 7 now, 44-37.
Oh.
Here's Roberts working against Gamble. Addie got her hand in there, stole it away, and a timeout called for and granted to Lady Dragon head coach Alicia Doherty. Great play by Addie Gamble, and again, on the ground,
Karns
going
got
for the
lucky
loose
on
basketball.
that play because I would have called a foul on that girl for reaching around. Coach called that timeout first. Yeah.
44-37. Hopefully by the end of the boys' game, I will have figured out exactly how to operate the camera.
Well, the camera's going good. It's just trying to get the camera and the clock in sync.
Yeah.
I'm not much help on that, I don't think.
Matt picked like the two most technologically inept people to help out tonight.
Yes, I'm definitely challenged in that area.
4:39 left to go at pass. Again, one of those long looping passes into the front court. Gets knocked away by Karns. And it'll be Lady Dragon basketball with 4:35 left to play. So here's Gamble with it out front. Gamble for Moody, now to Sydney Harrell. 4:20 left to play now, fourth quarter, 44-37. Lady Dragons nursing a 7-point lead. Bailey Burrows has it poked away as she tried to make a move in the high post. And it's going to be Roberts coming back outside. Here's Roberts turning the corner, lays it up, and it's going to be blocked by Addie Gamble.
That referee called a foul.
Overruled by the official on the far side. Gamble going to be whistled for the personal foul.
That was on Addie Gamble, her third, team first for the quarter. Reese Roberts at the line.
So Roberts at the free throw line. Oh, go ahead. First one, no good. Second one is good. So 44-38. 4:02 left to play here. Here is the missed shot at one end. And now here in the other is Roberts. Roberts lays it up, won't go. Rebound off of Abby Harris. Hit the official in the face, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to, wow, unbelievable. That should absolutely be off of Karns. That should be Clinton's basketball. But
he closed his eyes on that because the ball was coming at him.
Yep.
But his buddy should have stepped up and overruled that.
Madison Perrin gives it up now for Roberts. 3:41 left to play, fourth quarter. Abby Harris with it. Gives it up for Roberts. Roberts for her sister. Long three, no good. Rebound grab by Bailey Burrows. Burrows for Gamble. Here's Addie into the front court for Josie Moody. Into the corner, Sydney Harrell. Now back in the paint, Josie. Turnaround, won't go. Rebound, fought for. Going to be controlled by Roberts. And here comes Karns back the other way. Harris with the long pass up ahead to Riley Roberts. Her three well off the mark. This time, the official gets it right, and it goes out of bounds to Clinton. So 3:11 left to play here.
Oh, gosh.
Inbounds pass finds its way to Moody. Moody for Allie York. York. Now back to Gamble. Gamble for Moody. Josie.
Thank goodness.
Fouled hard by Lauren Martin. Got all of that forearm. So with 2:58 left to play, it is Josie Moody at the free throw line. Second foul on Lauren Martin. First one is good. 45-38. Second shot, no good, but the rebound going to be grabbed by Carmichael. Could not get the ball to go through the hoop, however.
We've missed so many layups tonight. If we'd made our layups tonight, this game would not be close.
So 2:53 left. Timeout on the floor taken by Karns. Lady Dragons just got to keep it together for the next 2:53. In good shape right now.
This is where it's important for every possession counts. Each possession is important to take care of the basketball. The girls need to be going to the pass, not let the back pass come to them. That's what draws fouls, and that's what helps you to protect the basketball in this quarter with 2 minutes and 53 to go.
45-38 is our score. Lady Dragons trying to remain undefeated on the season. Karns looking for their third win of the year.
I started to say, I'm not sure what their record is.
2-2.
2-2.
So this is clearly a timeout of the 60-second variety. As we get ready to return to action here, Clinton with the lead, 45-38. 2:53 left to go, fourth quarter. So it is Karns to inbound. Shot for Perrin, deep three, no good. She was hot in the first half, but she has cooled off considerably in the second. Here's Moody, up ahead for York, pass for Carmichael, too much passing right there. A little bit too much unselfishness that time. Here is Martin for three, no good. Rebound to Josie Moody. Moody coming back the other way in a hurry. Here's Moody, lays it up.
Come on.
And she
There
is fouled, pushed into the basket standard. And so with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left, Josie Moody heads to the free throw line for two shots. It's on Perrin, her second. Team's fourth here in the quarter. First one, no good.
Use your legs there. Legs, legs, legs. When you're tired, it's very important.
Second one is on its way, and it is true. 46-38. Lady Dragons now back on top by 8 points.
Okay. Now's when we need to really step up our defense, put pressure. Oh.
Reach and foul on Addie Gamble, trying to do just that. Ratchet up that defensive pressure, and Gamble going to be whistled for the personal foul. That is her fourth. Team second here in the quarter. Inbounds past Roberts. Gives it into Martin. Martin will bring it into the front court.
Come on, good help defense here.
Trying to go to the right wing. Now it's Martin again to Roberts. Roberts up top. Drives inside. Blocked by Bailey Burrows.
Yes, and our ball went off the top of her head.
That is an emphatic block right there from Bailey.
That was a key block is what that was.
Minute 49 left to go now. Here is Gamble losing the basketball into the front court. It comes for Roberts. Roberts drops it off from behind, and it is Lauren Martin getting the shot to go in to make it 46-40 with a minute 36 seconds left to play. So 96 seconds left to go here in regulation time. 46-40 is the score.
Plenty of time left on the clock. Clinton's going to have to do better at taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim,
They have to
they're
value
making
the
me turn
basketball.
gray as I stand here.
And I'm standing here right here next to her. She doesn't have any gray hair right now.
I do under all this color.
So minute 36 left to play. Lady Dragons going to take the ball out of bounds. Bailey Burrows will key the play in. Burrows thought about the deep fly pattern and instead goes to the shallow cross for Addie Gamble. Gamble, double team comes, she picks it up and gives it off to Allie York. Minute 26 left to go now. With the ball, here's Gamble. Addie works to her left, back to the right now. Double team comes again. Gamble, high post for Moody. Lady Dragons playing low, keep
Laney.
away. Ooh, I hate that pass. All the coaches up here just cringed. 63 seconds left. Here is a foul going to be whistled on Roberts. That'll be on Reese Roberts. That's her third with 61 seconds left. 46-40. It is the fifth foul against Karns as a team here in the quarter. So heading to the line for two will be Addie Gamble.
And she hits the first one.
First one is up, and the first one is good to make it 47-40.
These are key free throws right here. Coach is telling them right now, do not foul. No need to foul. Put slight pressure.
Play defense, but be smart about it.
Be smart. There.
Second shot by Addie is up and good. We are under a minute to play now.
We need a little pressure right here. They've
Here's
got
Roberts.
to shoot quick.
Roberts thought about the three, picks up her dribble, now hands it off to Martin. 50 seconds left. My bad on the camera there. Here's a missed shot inside and a rebound grab by Bailey Burrows.
Yes.
And a foul committed by Karns. It's going to be on Lauren Martin. It's her third. No, excuse me. It is her third. Team sixth here in the quarter. That'll be enough to send Bailey Burrows to the free throw line for two.
Come on, Bailey.
First one is up and no good.
It's the first time tonight Bailey has actually been to the free throw line.
Which is remarkable given how physical she plays.
Yes. Second one good.
Second one is good. 44 seconds left. 49-40 is the score. Let the ball roll across midcourt. And the clock starts rather. Here's Roberts, the Riley Roberts for three to make it 49-43. 27 seconds, 32.6 seconds left.
Foul on number 5.
So Lauren Martin with another foul. That will be her fourth. Headed to the line to shoot a pair will be Addie Gamble.
And Addie Gamble is perfect from the line so far tonight. I'm not going to jinx her.
Lisa, you're going to learn that you don't say that till after the foul shots.
Boom!
First one is up and good as she avoids the broadcaster jinx. 50-43. Second one is on its way. Addie Gamble remains perfect on the night from the stripe. And with 32 seconds left, here comes Karns into the front court.
Let him shoot.
Roberts. That is Reese Roberts with the shot. We're going to have a timeout taken by Karns. 51-45 now the score. Again, great crowd on hand here tonight.
Each team with one timeout left remaining in this second half, 25.4 seconds to go, which is always good when you're throwing the ball in and they're pressing. You want to have a timeout in case to avoid a 5-second count. But I'd rather get a 5-second count than a bad pass underneath their basket.
No turnovers.
Good game. Finally got some scoring in. It was a low-scoring game the first half, and now we're up. We've got some 51 points, and we didn't shoot the ball well, and neither has Karns. So when both these teams mid-season and end of the season, when they get their scoring down, it's going to be fun to watch in our next matchup against them.
Absolutely. 25.4 seconds remaining. Lady Dragons will inbound in the form of Bailey Burrows. It's a long pass up ahead to Josie Moody.
Yes.
And Moody going to be fouled about immediately. 22 seconds on the clock.
Smart play, smart heads-up play by Coach Phillips to draw that long pass up, make Karns have to go the length of the floor. And throwing it to the right one, Josie, who's tall and lanky. Boom.
First one is good. 52-45 with 22.6 seconds left. Second one short, and the rebound comes off to Karns. Back the other way comes Roberts. Roberts drives down the lane, dumps it off across to Madison Perrin. She puts it up and in to make it 52-47 with 12 seconds left.
Oh, Lord, we called a timeout before we got fouled there.
So a timeout taken by Clinton. 52-47, 8.9 seconds left on the clock here.
I think Coach thought we were going to struggle there on that inbounds play, but we got it in. You never know. You don't know how fast that official's count's going to go.
You don't know when they started it.
You don't know some of those things, so 8.9 seconds left to go on the clock.
You can see Coach Doherty there talking to her team. That's about as fancy as the camera work is going to get tonight, people. Close-ups of the huddle and everything. I feeling myself now, Lisa. 8.9 seconds left, 52-47. Clinton to inbound. Burrows gets it in to Addie Gamble, and she is fouled immediately with 7.2 seconds left.
Number 5, that's her 5th foul for tonight.
So Lauren Martin will be done for the evening.
This is when the 2-point shot thing after 5 fouls makes a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Where it used to be 10 in a game like this.
So 7.2 seconds left. First one is up and good, making this keeping this a 2-possession game. And Addie remains perfect on the night from the line. 7 seconds left to play. Into the front court comes Roberts. Oh, Roberts goes up for the shot. It's knocked out of bounds by Addie Gamble. She hit the ground hard. No foul, though. Again, good defense going up the floor there. Karns' coach did not care for it.
No. And number 11 scores.
Yep. Yes. Reese Roberts ends the game. Our final score, 54-49. Lady Dragons take the opener here of our doubleheader. 15 minutes from now, we'll have the boys taking on the Karns Beavers. Again, Clinton wins 54-49. They go to 6-0 on the season. Lady Beavers of Karns, despite a game effort here on the road, fall to 2-3 on the year. Going to cut the audio for a little bit. We'll get our stuff together and then come back with intermission and, of course, the second game of our doubleheader here tonight. Clinton and Karns coming up here in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. It is intermission time here. The Clinton Lady Dragons finish off the Karns Lady Beavers by the score of 54-49. Here with a look at some of the scoring leaders for the Lady Dragons. Here is Lecia Watson.
Okay, leading the scoring tonight is Lainey Carmichael with 13 points. Allie York and Josie Moody both had 12 apiece. And Addie Gamble had 11.
Wow.
She only hit one three-point shot, but she made all her points in free throws tonight. So those are key. She was perfect from the line and landed her in double figures. Bailey
Perfect
Burrows,
from the line despite your best efforts to jinx her.
Yeah. Bailey Burrows led the team in rebounding with 11.
Not surprising.
Yes.
So 11 rebounds for Bailey Burrows, and again, 3 double-figure scorers tonight for Clinton, and the Lady Dragons win it by the final of 54-49.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we'll go ahead and cut the audio again. Let Lisa do some more math, and I think one of our broadcast colleagues has a question for you behind you. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for game number 2 here. The Dragons and the Karns Beavers. Clinton comes in with a record of 1-2. Karns off to a slow start this season at 1-3. Last time we saw the Dragons, they were dismantling the First Baptist Academy. So we'll see what the Dragons have in store here tonight. Always a battle when these two get together. So much respect over the years between Coach Chris Lockhart and Coach Lee Henson of Clinton and Karns, respectively. And I think they're one of the reasons I think that this is such a fantastic rivalry here in East Tennessee.
Yes, it is. And we've got some of our football players back, it looks like. Jeremiah Lee may be dressing out and even starting.
Yeah, Jeremiah Lee, of course, late in the season, injured his knee at practice. My understanding is it's not healed, but he has been given the green light. Apparently, he can't do too much more damage, and we should be ready for things to get started here.
Right.
But having Jeremiah back will be absolutely huge. And, of course, Bryson Maddox was already back, but getting him a little bit more into the flow of things. And I'm really looking to see LeBron Booker this season take that next step, because he clearly is a scoring threat. It's just a matter, I think, getting him enough confidence to keep looking for that shot.
Yes, and they've got a big presence in the post this year with Eisen. He is a huge presence. He's a presence that can shoot inside or out.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
So, Caden Eisen, of course, last year was our floppy-headed guy.
Yeah.
Now he's gotten the fresh fade, so he's all ready to go here. Walker Lockhart. Football fans will remember him as a very talented player for the Beavers over the last 4 years.
At guard, number 11, Owen Miller.
Yeah, it'll be great when we get Teagan back on the court from his shoulder injury. I don't think that's going to be till like January, but.
So Warda Apiat, number 3. Student sections everywhere.
Number 1, Bubba Faulkner.
Bubba Faulkner, he's a rock-solid point guard for this Karns squad, who always seems to have a really good point guard.
They do.
Hey, I'm excited. The spotlight didn't knock us off the air tonight.
Woo.
Like it did on Thursday.
And now, the starting lineup.
How about that camera work?
Look at that camera work. We'll be able to see him once they hit the spotlight after that.
Jacob Dooley.
So Jacob Dooley getting the start here tonight for Clinton. He impressed at in the first game I saw this season.
Number 4, LeBron Booker.
And again, I was so excited when LeBron Booker's name showed up on the roster a couple of years ago, because I was really excited to have my first LeBron. Just like I was excited for a Shaq. We had a Shaq a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Bryson Maddox coming off a stellar football season. He was the big play threat. One of them. Jeremiah Lee making his season debut here this evening.
And that point guard, number 23, Carter Nelson.
And Carter Nelson rounds out the starting 5.
Dragons are coached by Chris Lockhart.
So, we are about ready to get started. Clearly, they will be turning on the lights at some point. All right, 8 minutes on the clock. Jacob Dooley and Walker Lockhart getting ready to tip it off, and they do. And the opening tip controlled by the Clinton Dragons. Here's Lee into the front court for the first time this season. Gets it off on the right wing now for LeBron Booker. Booker across the way for Nelson. Nelson for Dooley. Dooley picked up there by Lockhart. Now into the hands of Maddox. Now it is Nelson from the corner for 3. Knocks it down, and the Dragons strike first with a 3-ball from the corner. Game's first points belong to Clinton. The next points, don't know yet. Number 11, Owen Miller with the shot, no good. Rebound collected by Bubba Faulkner. In the corner for Lockhart. Working it around to Blake Dawson. Foul going to be whistled on Clinton. They're going to get Bryson Maddox for his first, team's first. 46 seconds gone by here, 3-0. Dragons with the lead. Pay no attention to the clock on your screen. There's actually 7:13 left. Here's Dawson. Poked away from behind. Now it'll be Nelson. Nelson for Booker. Booker knocks down the triple. So Nelson on the assist. Here comes Faulkner. Faulkner got into the air. That pass ill-advised, but LeBron Booker got a hand on it to knock it out of bounds. So just enough of a finger to keep the possession here with Karns. Faulkner tracks down the inbounds pass in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline with 6:40 to play. Gives it up for Dawson. Pass along the baseline for Lockhart. Don't think that was intended for Lockhart, but he ended up coming out of there with it. Now I
love it when those bad passes end up being a good one.
Warda Apiat gives it to Faulkner, and that's an offensive foul. Bubba Faulkner clearly using that off arm. And with 6:23 left, it'll be Clinton basketball. As Jeremiah Lee and Carter Nelson bring it into the front court. Over to Lee. Jeremiah dumps it down low. This is Dooley. Dooley, tried to leave it off for Bryson Maddox, but couldn't handle the pass, and here comes Karns back the other way. Faulkner with it into the front court. Into the corner now for Apiat. Now back to Faulkner. Dawson as they work it around the perimeter. There's a drive inside by Miller. Gets it to go. First basket of the night for Karns. Makes it 6-2. 5:40 left to play here. Bryson Maddox answers on the other end with a deuce of his own. And it's 8-2 here in the early going. Clinton with the lead by 6. In the corner, here's Miller for 3. He's fouled. Bryson Maddox going to be whistled on that one.
That's Maddox's second foul, I believe.
That is not good. That's his second, team second here in this first quarter. By the way, Lisa, my wife wants you to know that she's learning a lot of basketball from you tonight.
Oh, well, great.
She said, I thought I knew basketball, but apparently, no. Miller's first shot is no good. This kid right here jinxed him. Nice job. Keep up the good work.
Made that second out of 3.
That's right. He does get one more here. Braylon Hayden checks in for the first time tonight for Clinton. Another talented youngster.
By the way, that was a great defensive play by Booker to draw the charge previously.
1 out of 3 at the stripe for Miller, and the rebound comes off to Carter Nelson. Nelson gets it up ahead to Dooley. Dooley through traffic. Now to Hayden. Hayden tried to get too fancy with the behind-the-back pass. Into the front court comes Karns. Once again, Lockhart with it. Lockhart hands it off there for Faulkner, and that's going to be another offensive foul, this one on Lockhart. That'll be his first, team's third. 8-3 the score, Nelson.
Team second foul, I believe. Yeah. We're 2-2 on the team foul radius in the quarter. With Nelson shooting a 3, missed the mark.
It did miss the mark, and you missed the shot because I forgot what I was doing. Here is the lay-in. It's going to be Apiat with his first bucket of the night, and that's going to make it 8-5. Excuse me. Right now it is 8-3.
Warda Apiat with the basket and 1.
So So Appiat will be at the free throw line for the foul shot opportunity.
Good
Now
pass.
into the front court, it is Jacob Dooley with a finish on the left side. He's got his first bucket of the night, and it's 10-3. 4:36 left to play. Answering at the other end is number 2, Blake Dawson. He knocks in the triple, and it's 10-8. 4:27 left to play here in this first quarter. Nelson with the basketball into the front court for Hayden. That pass, not sure what, oh, it was tipped. So it was tipped on the way in. I did not see the tip. Looked like Dooley just watched it sail over his head, but he clearly saw the tip. Here is Hayden. His pass gets through to Nelson. That was a lucky break right there in the paint. That is Booker. Can't get it to go. And the rebound going to come off to Walker Lockhart. Into the front court comes Karns. 3 on the way from Faulkner for the lead. No good. Rebound grab by Jacob Dooley. And here comes Nelson into the front court. Nelson down the lane, drops it off there for Braylon Hayden, and Hayden on the board for the first time tonight to make it 12-8 with 3:48 left to play. Into the front court come the Beavers. Here's the 3 on the way from Dawson, well off the mark. Rebound collected underneath by Booker. Booker gives it up to Nelson. Nelson will carry it into the forecourt. Now it's Jeremiah Lee. Lee out near midcourt directing traffic. Sure, Coach Lockhart is excited to see him back out there. Long pass cross court for Nelson into the paint for Hayden. Back outside for Nelson. Oh, that pass picked off, and the other way it is Maderick Torrey. So Torrey with the bucket, his first of the night, and it's now 12-10 with 3 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Quick moving first quarter.
Dragons making a few lazy passes right there. Karns been able to capitalize on it.
Here's Lee in the corner for Booker. Back up top to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, deep 3 on the way. Buries it! Jeremiah Lee for 3! 15-10. So with it, this is Torrey, gives it up for Appiat. Appiat in the paint. That should be a travel. No, they're going to call a foul. Wow, bailed out right there. Foul called from the official that was further away from the play.
Yeah, they called that on Jay Lee right there. Not sure about that.
Neither is Jeremiah.
Yeah. Austin checking into the game, and Jackson, freshman Jackson.
So 2:20 left to go. Here's Faulkner with it on the left wing now for Karns, down by 2. Into the corner is Torrey. Back up top now. Here's Faulkner driving inside. They're going to call a foul on the drive there. I thought, if anything, it was a travel there, but not going to be the case. Foul will be whistled on Carter Nelson, his first, team's 5th. So 2 shots coming up for Karns.
Shooting 2 for the Beavers, number 1, Bubba Faulkner.
So Faulkner at the line for 1. 2:07 left to play. First foul shot by Faulkner is up and good to make it 15-11. Second one no good. And here come the Dragons back the other way. 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Nelson gets it ahead to Booker. Booker, nice little head fake there. Now back up top for Nelson. Hayden controls near midcourt. Over on the right side, here's Nelson, deep 3. He could have taken a step back, and maybe it goes. Here is a 3 put up on the other end. No good by the Dragons. That was Jackson Alcorn, and he's not able to get that one to fall. 15-11 remains the score. Great pass on the in transition, rather, from Blake Dawson. Got it down low to number 21, Walker Lockhart. 15-11. Clearly the Dragon student section, not fans of that particular call. They used a little salty language. They must have forgotten that Santa's listening. 15-11 is our score. Minute 24 left to go here. Opening quarter, Clinton by 4. Second shot for Lockhart is on its way, and it is good. It is now 15-12. Substitution comes on for Karns. That is Simon Tutu. Inbound pass finds its way to Nelson. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was basically a right cross to the face. Warda Apiat commits the hard foul on Braylon Hayden.
That's when you, step to that pass and you'll draw the foul, which is what we just did right there. Just one step to the ball.
Third foul against Karns here in the quarter. Minute 16 left to go. 15-12. I worked in radio for 24 years, people. I'm not used to working with pictures. Here is Booker. Booker, turnaround in the lane, won't go. Dooley with the rebound and the finish. Nice job by Jacob Dooley right there. 54 seconds left. 17-12. Dragons lead by 5. Here's a 3 on the way. No good. That was Torrey missing it, and the rebound grabbed by Dooley. Up ahead for Alcorn. Alcorn behind the back, picks up his dribble, gets it into the corner now for Booker. Booker down the lane for Dooley. No foul. Thought I heard a whistle, but that was not a whistle. And it's going to be a rebound going back the other way. Here is Torrey on the drive. He gets it to go, and it is 17-14 with 23 seconds left. Hayden finds Dooley all by himself. With the left hand, he gets it to go, and he is fouled. So he will head to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 19-14, 18 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah.
So Dooley at the free throw line.
Number 10 going in for Karns.
So number 10 would be Taha Torshani?
Don't know. I'm going to call him TT.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this. This is by far the most international lineup that Karns has ever brought to Clinton.
Yes.
Oh. Here is a nice rebound underneath LeBron Booker. With 13 seconds left, makes it 21-14. Here's Bubba Faulkner at the other end. Karns trying to answer before the end of the period. Blocked away by Braylon Hayden. The ball cycles itself back out to the perimeter. 3-ball on the way, no good. What a great Braylon Hayden sequence we just had right there.
Yes.
The block and the big rebound to prevent the second chance opportunity. And Clinton leads at the end of one by the score of 21-14. So 21-14. Both these teams, pretty solid first quarter there. Obviously, I think both coaches are probably telling their guys, take care of the basketball.
Yes, we've got to get better at our passes, and what's hurt us in this first half a little bit, not a lot, because we obviously are winning 21-14, is getting in a little bit of foul situation here. Got Maddox sitting on the bench with a couple of fouls.
Yeah, he picked those up very early, too, so interesting. And I always wonder how that's going to affect a player if they pick up those fouls early and have to sit for a really long time. I mean, in your experience, does it just depend on the player, or have you found that it kind of just takes them completely out, regardless of who it is?
I know, as coaching girls, it takes the wind out of us. It takes girls a little bit longer to warm up than boys. Sometimes boys can bounce back a lot faster, but it does definitely make a difference when you go in. You have to get re-warmed up again, so to speak.
So, Karns with the basketball coming out of the break here. 10 seconds gone by in this second quarter. Here's Lockhart for Faulkner. Here's a drive on the inside. Pretty move right there. That was Simon Tutu, his first bucket of the night. Makes it 21-16. 7:32 left to play here in this first half. Coming up at halftime, Coach Alicia Doherty will be joining us. If she remembers.
If she remembers, I'll text her.
Carter Nelson underneath there grabs the rebound, but it's going to be Karns basketball. So 21-16 is the score. 7:16 left to play here in quarter number 2. Dragons leading by 5. Here's Faulkner. Gets it up for 2-2. Here's Torchain. Gives it off there for Owen Miller. He couldn't get it to go. And the rebound going to be Clinton's. Into the front court. Here's Booker. Booker down the lane. Can't get it to go. He's going to be fouled, though. He'll head to the line. With 6:45 left to play here in the quarter. 21-16. That's Lockhart's second, so big foul there, as he is the certainly the tallest member of this Beaver squad. So first foul shot by LeBron Booker is no good.
We've started over in that foul count for this quarter. All right.
So Booker goes 1 out of 2, and it's 22-16. As we get back to live action here, there is Bubba Faulkner. For Miller up top, Carter Nelson going to be whistled for the reach-in foul. Needs to be careful there. Little demonstrative with the bounce of that basketball. You do not want to pick up a technical foul for being a little bit over-emotive.
And that was probably just frustration right there. Not necessarily that he disagreed with the call, just mad at himself a little bit.
So 6:24 left to go. Here's a 3 on the way. Torchain can't get it to go. Now back up top for Bubba Faulkner. His 3 well short, and that one goes out of bounds, and it will be Clinton basketball. So 6:13 left to play here in this second quarter. Clinton leading by 6, 22-16. Here's Booker. Booker, oh, nice ball movement right there into the paint. Alcorn couldn't get that one to go, but that was great passing right there to find the open shooter. Had a good look at it. Here's Torchain in the lane. Wave it off, offensive foul. Nice job defensively there by the Dragons to take the charge. That was number 5, Carson Richardson. Terrific job in the paint.
Yes.
Lisa, as a coach, is the ability to take the charge, is that something that you're born with or coached into?
Well, I can tell you this. We used to practice that. We used to practice taking charge. You can't get them to practice that anymore. So I think it's just a defender that really just wants to step in there and do it. Not many people will.
Yeah.
So anytime I see a charge, I'm like,
that's a great defensive play.
Great defensive play.
Here is a miss on this end. Torchain into the front court. 2-2 weaving through traffic. Can't get it to go. Owen Miller there, though, to clean up the mess. So 22-18, 5:11 left to play. And Nelson near midcourt. Gives it off for Richardson. Richardson for Nelson. Nelson back to Carson. Into the paint. Outside, here's Booker on the drive. Booker
Yes.
strong off the window and in. And the Dragons rebuild their 6-point advantage. And now here's Faulkner. Faulkner controls out front, gives it off for Torchain. Faulkner, nice head fake right there. Oh, pretty shot by Torchain, and he's able to knock that one down. That was a three-pointer, so 24-21 with 4:19 left to play here in this second quarter. Carter Nelson into the front court, drops it off there for Alcorn, couldn't get it to go, tracks down his own rebound. Now to Richardson, working it around. Here's Booker, three ball on the way. It's good. And the Dragons answer that three with a three of their own to make it 27-21. We have 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. Look, our scoreboard matches the scoreboard.
Look at us.
All right. Matt, if you ever do this to me again, though, there's going to be trouble. I think Lisa and I have fared very well. High five to us.
High five.
You guys may have different opinions, but you know what? We don't want to hear them. 27-21 is the score. So here is Bubba Faulkner into the front court. Gives it up there for 2-2. Three ball on the way from Torchain, will not go. Rebound knocked out of bounds, last touched by Karns. And so with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left, it'll be Clinton basketball out of bounds. Here's Nelson to bring it into the front court after the inbound from Caden Eisen. Pass into the corner, Richardson finds Dooley with the left hand, too strong, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes off to Bubba Faulkner. Tell you what, both the Dragons and Lady Dragons having a little trouble with some of these bunnies here tonight. 27-25 as Karns answers at the other end. Excuse me, 27-23, my bad. They updated their scoreboard so quick. Here's Richardson for three, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around into Caden Eisen's hands, and Eisen knocks it up and in. 29-23. Dragons lead by 6, 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Here's Faulkner. Faulkner on the right wing for 2-2 for three, knocks it down. It's 29-26. Simon Tutu, pretty solid little player right there. He knocks down that jumper. And the three ball makes it 29-26 with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here in this first half. Entertaining first half. Both these games have been wildly entertaining tonight.
Yes. Seems like both teams and both games have, on both sides have struggled scoring, hitting those crip shots. I don't know if it's because of early season. We just
I was about to ask you,
groove.
could this just be the fact that they're just not into the rhythm of games yet?
Yeah, I think that's it. You know, they got to get in their game rhythm because there's a difference between a practice rhythm and a game rhythm. I'm telling you.
No, I'm sure the speed ratchets up.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of times in practice rhythm, you're going against your own. They know the plays, and then you're going against your second group or whatever. And so you might not have the competition that you would against a Karns first starting lineup. So, you know, you got to get used to tougher defense being on you and got to find your scoring groove against that pressure defense.
Both teams have picked up their scoring a little bit here in the second quarter.
Yes.
Like I said, very entertaining game here so far from the Donnie Dome. 2:45 left to play as the Dragons bring it into the front court. LeBron Booker off balance, three-pointer would not go from the left wing. Rebound grabbed by Apiat. Apiat dribbling through defenders, hands it off there to Faulkner. Now it's 2-2. Back to Apiat. Apiat's jumper, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Blake Dawson. Nice job there by Dawson on the offensive glass. That's a travel, going to be whistled against Torchain. So Taha Torchain turns the ball over for the Karns Beavers. with 2:19 left to play here in quarter number 2. So here is Booker on the left side, or right side, excuse me. Jeremiah Lee picked up his lost his dribble. If he had tried to pick that up again, it would have been double dribble. He tried to screen it off, but I don't think Nelson realized that at the time.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and pick that up, especially when you don't have players around the basketball. Go ahead and pick it up. You'll have time to get back and set. Otherwise, we kind of got lucky that Karns didn't pick that up and go
Absolutely.
with it.
So minute 56 left to play. Here is a shot in the paint. No good. Caden Ison there for the rebound. So here's Lee. Jeremiah drives right side. Wow, a lot of contact. No foul called. Bubba Faulkner comes out of there with the basketball. Faulkner trying to go coast to coast, lays it up and in, and it is 29-28 with a minute 30 left to play here in the first half. Jeremiah Lee trying to answer at the other end, can't get it to go. Rebound going to be controlled by Faulkner. Here comes Karns with a late push to end this first half. Dawson for 3, buries it. Minute 15 to go, and the Beavers take their first lead of the night, 31-29. Carter Nelson brings it into the front court for Clinton, now trailing by 2. 60 seconds left to play here in quarter number 2. Nelson into the paint. Pull-up jumper for Maddox would not go. And a foul on the rebound attempt is going to be whistled against Clinton. It looks like, I think it's going to be on Booker.
It's
Nope, it's going to be on Lee, his second. Oh, excuse me, that was on Bubba Faulkner. That was against Karns. My apologies.
I started to say, yeah, I thought that was against me.
My bad.
That's all right. That's the worst you do, Jim.
Here's Ison to Lee. Gets it over to Booker. His 3 no good. Ison can't get it to go, and there's a foul. 2 shots coming up for Caden Ison. So that's going to be on number 10, Torchain.
Number 10, Toshe, and second, team 4.
So 31-29.
Nyson at the line.
Ison making the first of the 2 shots from the line.
Makes it 31-30 with 46 seconds left. Braylon Hayden checks back in. Bryson Maddox going to take a seat, so is Jeremiah Lee. Coach Lockhart apparently has seen enough of Jeremiah for the first half. 46 seconds left to play. Ison at the free throw line. Second one is good. Caden Ison, rock solid from the free throw line. 31-31. And Karns basketball out of bounds. .39 seconds left. Long pass into the corner for Dawson. Pulls up just inside the arc. 2 no good. Rebound grab by Hayden. Up ahead to Nelson. Nelson does a good job of saving that ball to himself. Dumps it down for Dooley, and Dooley lays it up and in. That's 2 points with 19 seconds left. Dragons lead now 33-31. Bubba Faulkner into the front court in a hurry. Over on this right wing, here's Dawson. Dawson in the corner. Back up top for Faulkner. Faulkner steps inside, drives the lane, puts it up and in, count the bucket, and he's going to the line to shoot for the old-fashioned 3-point play. So they got that one on Dooley. That'll be his first. Team second here in the quarter. 4.9 seconds left in the quarter. Dragon substitutions come onto the floor. Richardson, Maddox, Lee, Nelson, and Booker. Your 5 on the floor right now, wearing orange and black. And that shot is up, and it is good to make it 34-33 with 4.9 seconds left to play. So here's the inbounds pass. Jeremiah Lee to Bryson Maddox. Maddox has to double clutch on the shot, and it's no good. He felt the defender coming, and he was not able to get that one to fall in. So our score at halftime, the Karns Beavers lead the Clinton Dragons 34-33. We'll be back here with halftime festivities in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Halftime of the boys' game. Karns leading Clinton 34-33. Right now, we are joined by Lady Dragon head coach Lecia Doherty. And Lecia, a fantastic win for your team tonight. That game had a little bit of everything. You guys built a 12-point lead, I believe, at one point. They were able to fight back. It was just a really hard-fought game. You guys were able to pull away down the stretch. Talk a little bit about your team's effort tonight against a good Karns team.
Yeah, so that Karns team was the team that beat us last year by 45 at Karns and about 20 at home, and it's the same exact team for them and the same exact team for us. They had a little bit more experience on us last year. You know, Bailey and Allie and them, they were sophomores last year, but the year prior we had Sarah. So Sarah Burton kind of led that team and led the press offense. She led it all, so they walked in a little unexperienced last year as far as being able to break a press. Then you throw in 3 freshmen that started. So anyways, I told them tonight, I said, girls, you know, it's defense. Tonight is defense. I said, I believe that our main girls will score more than their top 3. I said, we just got to stop them. And I thought that Addie Gamble and Josie and Lainey and Allie did a tremendous job on 10, 11, and 23.
Absolutely.
They got them frustrated. They were missing shots. They were doing a great job of staying straight up and making them make that hard shot. And they made a few of them. You know, towards the end, we gave them some easy ones, trying not to foul. But take that out of the game. I thought our girls played extremely tough defense. They were physical. I thought that was Bailey Burrows. You know, she didn't score a lot tonight, but I thought her presence in the paint was – she had 13 boards. Tonight. Every single rebound that went up, I knew she was grabbing it, and she was making contact. She was boxing out. She was being physical. You know, Rob Stacy and I talked about this I guess last week, but our girls are just so much more physical because they're in the weight room.
Yeah.
And they're lifting. I mean, they're in a legit program, and, you know, we lifted yesterday. We'll lift again tomorrow, and, you know, we're lifting in season just to maintain, and these girls are strong. And, you know, I bragged on Sid. She hit that big 3 in the corner at the end of the third, and other than that, she didn't have a lot of stats. But, man, what most of our girls didn't see is that she saved 2 or 3 backside layups when we were tired there at the end of the third and early of the fourth. That really, I mean, those could have been momentum changers. Yeah. So I thought she did a great job. I thought Kinsley Hutchison came in and gave us great minutes when Josie got in foul trouble, and then we got a little gassed. You know, Addie Gamble, just a tremendous defensive effort by her.
I don't know if she has a nickname, but she needs some sort of a nickname that has something to do with rug burns, floor burns, because all that girl does is dive for loose balls. And it's remarkable. I don't know. I'm going to start keeping track of it maybe, but how many times does Addie hit the deck during a game?
And, you know, the kid loves defense. I mean, you know, most kids want to score. Most kids want to hit the 3. And, she loves defense.
Yeah.
And you don't find that a lot in high school ball. You know, that she loves it. She breathes it. She wants to guard the best player on the other team. It's a challenge for her. You know, I thought that Josie Moody, man, a double-double tonight. And I told him tonight after the game, we're finding her place, sneaking her inside some. Those little guards can't guard her. And if you got Bailey out there and Lainey out there, you can't put a post player on Josie and not on those 2.
Yeah.
So we're finding our way to get her, sneaking her in there on some of our plays. I thought she played so big tonight, even though she had to sit out almost an entire quarter. You know, Lainey Carmichael, she's always going to give you everything she's got, offense, defense. she was upset with herself tonight. She missed a couple easies, but again, I kept telling her, baby, next play, I got to have you. And, she got in there and got some big boards towards the end of the game. I know I'm missing somebody. Allie, Allie is a kid who we saw her all the time last year try to back tap. So in the beginning of the year, I told her, I said, every time you do it, it's the whole team runs a suicide.
Oh.
Allie can be the best player on the team any given night when she wants to play, and she gave you defensive effort tonight. She gave you offensive effort. We didn't see her hit 4 to 5 threes behind the three-point line, but man, Allie does so many things for this team that it's unreal. And then she sat down and defended tonight, and so it just shows you that this group of girls, they have what it takes. I mean, that was probably our biggest win of the season by far.
I would certainly think so. I mean, that's a good Karns team. And you and I talked about this last year, for a long time. Anytime we'd play Karns, it didn't matter what our record was, it was going to be a W. But they've done a good job turning that into a decent little program now. And I think and I've also said this, I think this is probably our third best rivalry. You got Anderson County, Oak Ridge, and you got Karns. It's always crazy when these two get together.
Right. Yeah, and those twins, they're great ball players. Now they get in their head some, and you can kind of play with those emotions.
You could tell tonight how frustrated they were. Some of those shots just looked like frustration.
And and we talked about it before the game, and I thought that Addie, Lainey, Allie, and Josie did a tremendous job of keeping their cool and holding their ground. But yeah, I mean, number 23, I feel like she's been there for 20 years.
Right.
But it's because when she walked in her freshman year, their team was not very good. Yep. So she was the ball player. She hit 4 threes tonight at least on us.
I think she had 3 in the first half. She may have had 1 in the second, but she went awfully cold there after the second quarter. And obviously, I think a lot of that had to do with the defense that was being played.
Yeah, we mixed it up a little bit in the second half, but I thought, we didn't press tonight. The last time we played Karns at home, what beat us was a few runouts. We were trying to press on a missed basket. We weren't supposed to be in one, and so we've been emphasizing that the last couple of days. Like, when they have 3 tremendous ball handlers, I don't need us up there pressing right now. Let's just sit down and defend. And they did a great job. Again, defensively, they gave us exactly what we asked out of them. And then, offensively, you still not seen us go off yet on offense. And I told the girls tonight, I said, it's going to be beautiful. When you get things like Sid gave us tonight, those silent little wins, those backside sprints, and then you get things like Josie working hard in there, and you get her on the inside, and then we start rebounding, and then we're physical. Now we put the 3-ball shot in there too.
Yeah. I
mean, Jim, these girls can put up some points, and we've not seen it all click together yet, which is kind of exciting to say because it's going to happen.
Absolutely. And, it's between us, I'm pretty sure we want it to happen later rather than right now. We'd love to see it just, start and then continue, but as long as we're peaking at the right time. With that in mind, where do you want to see this team improve, I guess, over the next month or so? But when we get to Christmas, where do you want to see this team really take that next step?
I think we're getting out-rebounded on both sides of the court. Now, we're doing a better job of being physical, but you'll watch us. We'll box, but we won't release to go get the ball.
Right.
And some of that has to do, we're tired. Some stamina. So those are some things that we're going to challenge the team to. We're going to out-rebound every team offensively and defensively, and we're going to really focus on that. I think these girls have been playing great team basketball.
Yeah.
I think they, for the first time in a few years, like this group they're all a team, and I've said it and I'll say it again. Any given night, I have 6 players that can score 20+ any night of the week. You can't guard me in a box and 1. You can't guard me in a triangle 2. You can't try to lock out Lainey and Addie because I got other kids that can score. So that's why this team is dangerous. And again, Josie is that deadly mismatch inside on any guard, and then Lainey's a deadly mismatch for a post player. Post players can't get out there and defend her. She hit those early threes and got hot out there and then kind of went a little cold. But again, I'm super proud of this group. Rebounding is where we got to get a better handle on that. Again, I think some of it's stamina. The other part of it is I'm gonna have to make them run. We're gonna have some consequences. They hate to run.
Yeah.
So we've been charting. If you look at that board down there, it's got all their names on it. We've been charting missed layups. I'm tired of seeing us miss layups in practice and games and whatever. So we've got somebody over there the whole practice. I don't care what we're doing, 5-on-5 or whatever. We're charting missed layups and they're running at the end of practice. And so we've gotten some and ones lately from it because they're concentrating a little bit more on the finish. So anyways, I'm excited that Thursday night will be a challenge. Mix County's always good, and then going in at Powell on Friday, you know, that's a tough game too.
Always tough. Well, Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win tonight. We'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you, Jim.
That is Lady Dragon head coach Alicia Doherty, as the Lady Dragons won tonight by the final score of 54-49. And we are about ready to get things started here. Second half action between the Clinton Dragons and the Karns Beavers. And Clinton opens up the second half with possession. Jeremiah Lee from the elbow can't get it to go. And the rebound going to be knocked off, controlled. That was Apiat up ahead to Miller. Miller for Lockhart. Lockhart can't get it to go. Good defense there by the Dragons. Didn't get a hand on it, but I think altered that shot a little bit.
Yeah, both teams struggling with those layups tonight.
So here is Lee out front. He gets it over here on the right side. Now in the hands of Carter Nelson. Into the paint for Booker. Back outside Lee. Lee thought about the three. Passed up on that opportunity. Inside. Here's Booker. Turnaround. Won't go. Rebound collected by Lockhart and knocked out of bounds by Nelson. Like with the Lady Dragons, quick hands there defensively to prevent any sort of a run-out opportunity for the Beavers.
Yeah, when Booker starts getting hot at that shot, they're going to have to come up and defend him, and that's going to open up the drive. Right now, they're giving him that little 15-footer till he gets hot.
Minute gone by here in the third quarter, 34-33. Karns with the lead and the basketball. Here's Faulkner. Faulkner in the lane. Nice job to get his defender in the air. Blake Dawson. Think we can agree we don't want to leave him alone in the corner anymore, as he knocks down the triple. It's 37-33 with 6:33 left to play here in the third period. Lee for Booker on the right side. Booker drives baseline, off the window and in. Nice job by LeBron. And it's 37-35. Trying to answer on the other end is Apiat, and he does. 39-35, 6:15 left to play. And into the front court, here's Lee. Lee back up top for Nelson. That pass stolen away by Dawson. Dawson will lay it up, and it's in. 41-35. And to start this second half, it is a 7-2 run for the Beavers. So here's Lee into the paint for Booker. Booker splits the defenders. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Sort of a theme tonight, the missed layups. Lady Dragons game featured a few of them. And we certainly saw that in the first half of this one as well. 41-35, Dragon basketball out of bounds. Bryson Maddox, Carter Nelson, Jeremiah Lee for three from the corner. Can't get it to go. LeBron Booker and Jacob Dooley, your five on the floor. Here is Apiat on the run out, lays it up and in. 5:35 left to play in this third quarter, and Karns has taken their biggest lead of the game, 43-35. Didn't take their first lead of the game until very late in that second quarter. Here's Booker in the lane. Jumper, too strong off the back iron, and here come the Beavers back the other way. Three on the way from Miller. Couldn't get that one to fall. Rebound going to be out of bounds off of Clinton. LeBron Booker diving for it in the corner. Couldn't come up with it. 5:09 left to play. Looks like we're having some sweat wiped up over there in the corner. It's not basketball season, so you get a sweat on the floor report.
Right.
43-35. Speaking of which, have you ever seen a coach enjoy using that squeegee as much as Chris Lockhart does?
He loves it.
5:09 left to go. Oh, nice job on the clock. Here is Carter Nelson up ahead. LeBron Booker. Oh, he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two with 5 minutes to play. 43-35. Ah, that was awesome. You're killing it. Don't worry about it.
I don't know how to stop it.
We're good. No, you're good. You're good. 43-35. See, you got the clock, but I totally screwed up the camera that time. So we'll get there. Fourth quarter. Booker's first shot is up and good. Makes it 43-36. So Booker at the line. Second one is also good. So with 4:59 left, here comes Karns. Bubba Faulkner into the front court for Dawson. Dawson swings it up wide for Miller. Miller for Appiat. Appiat to Lockhart. His pass into the paint stolen away by Nelson. Nelson, trying for the alley-oop to Bryson Maddox. A little too fancy for this early in the season, I think. And then on the other end, there is a, what we saw there was just a bunch of young men running up and down the floor willy-nilly. That's what we saw right there, Lisa. Just willy-nilly. Not a whole lot of structure to either of those sequences. So here is LeBron Booker with it. For Lee with the no look to Nelson. Nelson tries to drop it off on the right block for Maddox. Maddox able to track down the loose ball after Karns got a hand on it. Maddox goes cross court for Lee. Lee trouble handling the pass. Does. 4:06 left. Here is Richardson losing the handle on the basketball in traffic. Now it's up ahead to Miller for Dawson. Dawson on the outside. .343 left here in this third quarter. Dragons trail by 6, trailed by 1 at halftime. Here's Appiat. Appiat for Dawson. Dawson deep three on the way, short. Rebound inside, Miller, and Miller, strong move to the paint, or in the paint. Gets that one up and in, make it 45-37. Jeremiah Lee for Booker on the right wing. Again, one of those passes that takes forever to get there. Here's Jeremiah Lee for three. 45-40. The Dragons now with 3 minutes to play, cut the lead to 5. Here's Appiat. Appiat working against Jay Lee. Now back up top for Miller. Miller for Faulkner. Faulkner on this left side, picked up there by Maddox. Maddox does a good job challenging him. 2:45 and counting here in the third quarter. 5-point lead for the Beavers. Looks like they're trying to open up the lane for Faulkner to drive.
Yeah, they're going to run a spread offense so they can get him to drive and maybe draw a foul.
Or kick it outside for an open shooter.
Yes.
Tell you what, Dragons definitely with that in mind need to keep a body on Dawson, who just turned the ball over. So a turnover gives the ball back to the Dragons. 2:21 to go here in this third quarter. Booker will inbound it to Lee. And Clinton carries it into the front court. Richardson into the paint. Here's Nelson. Nelson outside for Alcorn, and he's going to get called for a travel. Coach Lockhart can't believe it. Happened right in front of him, too. Talking to the official that didn't make the call.
Well, sometimes those walks are hard to see if you're, they're better to see from a distance than right up close. I used to officiate, so we were always told sometimes you got to have the longer angle to call a walk.
So here is Faulkner. Minute 50 left to go and counting. Faulkner drives, splits a couple of defenders, can't get it to go. Rebound out of bounds. It should be Clinton basketball, and it will be. Minute 42 left. 45-40 is the score. So here's Lee bringing the ball into the front court with 96 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Lee for Nelson. Back outside, Jeremiah for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul whistled against Clinton, it looks like, much to the chagrin of some of the fans in front of us. LeBron Booker, the guilty party. So with 85 seconds left, it'll be Karns basketball out of bounds. Leading by 5, 45-40. Here's Torshane. Torshane's pass almost got away from Faulkner, but Faulkner tracks it down on the far side. Here's Faulkner for Torshane for three. No good. Rebound grab by Apiat. Apiat, not very big, but quite athletic. He dives in there. Can't get that one to go. Jeremiah Lee wrestles the rebound out. Up ahead, here's LeBron Booker, poked away from behind by Apiat, and they're going to get a foul. I got to say, I think the referee, that may have been a makeup call right there, Lisa, because I did not see a foul on that one.
Don't.
That was a bit of a gift here in this holiday season for the Dragons.
Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Exactly.
To the Dragons.
First foul shot is on its way, and it is good. LeBron makes it a 45-41 game. Booker at the line for the second opportunity. And it's good. 45-42 with 56 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Here's Lockhart, his three, no good. Rebound knocked around, controlled by Miller. Miller gives it up for Lockhart. He gets away with a travel. And he almost throws the ball away. It's stolen away by the Dragons. Here comes Bryson Maddox into the corner for LeBron Booker. He'll drive, he'll lay it up, and he will get fouled. He will not get fouled in the act of shooting, though, as the official said that happened on the floor. It's going to be on number 10, Torshane. 45-42, 31.8 seconds left. Looks like we're going to have a foul. Walker Lockhart on the inbound. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be on number 5. That is Simon Tutu. So Caden Eisen will be at the free throw line now with 31.8 seconds left. 45-42. First one is on its way, and it is good. Cuts the lead to 2 now, 45-43. This has been a game of runs all night long. Right now, the Dragons on a mini run to get back within striking distance. Second one is good. Caden Eisen is a rock-solid free throw shooter. So here is Bubba Faulkner into the front court now. Faulkner picked up there by Braylon Hayden, who just checked back in. Into the corner, ball knocked away. Good hands, active hands, LeBron Booker. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Karns. 21.5 seconds left, 1 point game. Torshane will inbound the ball for Karns. That is a steal by Braylon Hayden. What an athletic play. And then stolen right back is Simon Tutu. Tutu lays it up and in, and it's 47-44. 3 point game, 10 seconds to play. Here's Booker. Booker on the right side, drives in, puts it up on the run, won't go. At the end of 3, our score, 47-44. The Karns Beavers lead your Clinton Dragons here on Dragon Vision.
You know, Jim, Karns has got their scoring is spread out quite a bit. They've got several people that scored. Booker's leading the team right now for Clinton with 17 points.
Not a bad night at the office.
Not a bad night, but he probably should, you know, he's missed some wide open shots as
yeah, you know,
they all have, but
I think that kind of goes back to our conversation early season.
Yes.
I guess the last thing to really catch up is going to be the shooting.
It is going to be the shooting.
Because defense and effort, you know, effort, you should bring that every day.
Listen.
Defense, you can definitely practice, but I've always thought offense, it just takes a little bit more of a feel to that.
As a coach, you can't coach effort.
No, you cannot coach effort.
I mean, but effort is one of the biggest things. You know, that's what we said. Effort takes no talent.
Absolutely. So here we go. Final quarter underway. Karns with the ball, dressed in blue. Dragons clad in their home white. Here's Simon Tutu after the cross-court pass. Back up top now for Faulkner. Bubba Faulkner into the corner. Miller, touch pass, back outside. Torshane, cross-court for Tutu. Tutu dumps it down. Nice pass there to Blake Dawson. And this Dawson kid is solid.
Yes.
He is an offensive threat. Quite the deceptive looking. He doesn't look like he's going to fill it up, but he's clearly an offensive player. Here is Lee. Lee for Eisen. Eisen drives inside, steps through, and passes it out on the left wing for Hayden. Hayden for Maddox. And there's a blocking foul along the baseline. That'll be whistled on Bubba Faulkner. 7:13 left to play. 49-44. It'll be Dragon basketball out of bounds. That is the first foul against Karns here in this fourth quarter. So 49-44 off the inbounds. Here's Lee, well short. Dooley couldn't get the follow to go. Maddox with the rebound. Now it's Jeremiah. He steps inside the arc. This one from 15 won't go. Rebound going to be grabbed out of there by Dawson. Dawson to Miller. Hard-fought game here in the trenches right now. And the Dragons trail by 5. Here's a deflection by Clinton, but controlled by Torshane. Now it's back outside for Faulkner, and he resets near midcourt. Into the paint, Dawson turn around at the free throw line. Didn't quite have his legs under him for that jumper, and that's going to be a foul, a reach-in foul. After the rebound, Jacob Dooley fouled by Owen Miller. Apparently Dooley had something to say afterwards. Referee gave him a little warning there.
Yeah, and that's just out of frustration. Sometimes kids will say stuff out of a reaction, and the referee had actually made the call he was wanting him to make.
Yeah. So here is Booker and Nelson to bring the ball into the front court. 49-44, 6.5 to play. Lee with it on the left side, back up top for Nelson. Here's Booker on the right, back up top for Carter. Nelson to Maddox. Maddox over here to Booker. Booker back to Maddox. Here's Booker, he drives, puts it up, can't get it to go. And again, those close-range shots have stymied the Dragons all night long. Here is Torshane. He throws that one up, a wild runner that will not go.
Yeah.
49-44.
Shot that one a little bit off balance.
So here is Lee for Nelson. For Booker. Back to Nelson. Nice pass into the paint for Dooley. Dooley working hard down there. Dumps it off for Booker, and Booker lays it up and in. And
Great
the Dragons.
assist by Dooley on that play.
Tremendous pass by Dooley. Dooley with the dime.
He just baited the defense there, and when they moved over on him, he dumped it off to his teammate. Smart move.
49-46. Here's Simon Tutu. 3-point game. Faulkner trying to split the defense, and he's going to get fouled. Reach-in foul. Kind of unnecessary. It looked like he'd already lost possession of the basketball. But the foul whistled regardless. And so with 5:15 left to play, 49-46. Second foul against Clinton here in the quarter.
Good news is just one against Booker. He usually has more than that.
This is true. He's done a good job tonight staying out of foul trouble. Here's a three from Tutu over Booker, and Tutu gets that one to go. 52-46. Lead to 6 now. 5 minutes left to play. Into the paint. Here's Maddox. Free throw line jumper won't go. Rebound knocked out of the hands of Dooley. Tracked down by Dawson. Dawson gives it up.
Oh.
Long pass up ahead. Bryson Maddox saves it. It goes right back to Bubba Faulkner, though, and then it goes out of bounds. Sorry about that on the camera there. Missed that one for you, but that was a wild sequence as it looked like number 3, Apiat, ran into Bubba Faulkner. Faulkner had some strong words for Apiat after that, basically telling him you should have been on the other side of the floor, young man. But 52-46, Jeremiah Lee with the ball, gives it to Nelson. Deep three is good. And he points to somebody on that student in the student section. 52-49, 4.5 minutes left to play now, fourth quarter. Into the front court comes Bubba Faulkner. Faulkner into the corner. This is Apiat, back to Faulkner. Here's Faulkner dribbling with it, trying to split the defenders, and it looks like there's going to be a reach-in foul against Clinton. They're going to get it on Jeremiah Lee. Lee can't believe it. Pretty physical on that exchange. That'll be the second foul against the Dragons here in the quarter, third against Jeremiah for the game. I think he might be the only Dragon in any semblance of foul trouble. Here is Tutu for three straight away. He knocked that one down. It's 55-49 halfway through this fourth quarter. And Lee gonna get, he's gonna draw the foul as Bubba Faulkner had him tied up, and they're gonna call the block. Coach Lee Henson, not a huge fan of that call, as one would expect. That's the fourth foul on Bubba Faulkner, so that's big. So into the front court come the Dragons. Jeremiah Lee. We're on the right side for Richardson. Richardson to Maddox. Outside now for Nelson for three. Off the mark that time. Rebound controlled by Tutu after he bounced it off Bryson Maddox's face. And it's going to be Dawson at the free throw line. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound tracked down by Nelson. Here come the Dragons back up the floor in a hurry from the left side. Carter Nelson lays it up and in. 55-51. He's having a pretty good night out there for the Dragons. And there's a foul committed by Nelson. And that's just unfortunate right there as to how that transpired, as the defender had to pick up his pace, or had to pick up his steps, and he just ran into the back of him. So
yeah, it's hard to stop on a dime.
Here's Carter Nelson. He'll check out. LeBron Booker checks back into the game after a very brief rest. Caden Eisen also going to check in. Looks like he's going to come in for Jacob Dooley. Dooley providing some good minutes in the paint here tonight for the Dragons. 55-51, inbounds pass to Dawson. Dawson gives it up now for number 12. That's Torrey. Torrey, excuse me. Now off to Dawson. Blake Dawson, guarded out front by Maddox, turns the corner. His shot no good. Maddox thought that was all ball, but he got a little bit of the hand right there. And so with 3:13 left to go, the clock will stop. Two shots coming up for Blake Dawson. 55-51, Karns continues to lead this game by 4. Dragons led early, late in the first half. Karns took its first lead of the game, a lead they have not relinquished coming out of the halftime locker room. So Dawson misses the first one. Got one more coming. 3:13 left to play. This shot is on its way. This shot no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Blake Dawson. Dawson, the only Beaver down there, and he almost came up with that rebound. So here is Lee into the front court now for the Dragons. Dumps it off down low. Caden Eisen, pretty shot right there. It just wouldn't fall. And that was just bad luck right there, because that was a good-looking little shot from Caden Eisen. Nice touch on the inside from the big fella, but just would not fall. 55-51, under 3 to play now, 2:49. With it, here's Miller. Miller in the paint, outside for Tutu. He drives in. Can't get it to go, but that is going to be a charge. They're going to get Carter Nelson for drawing that charge. That foul will be whistled on Simon Tutu. 2:40 left to go. Checking back into the game with 4 fouls is Bubba Faulkner. So Coach Lee Henson going to take his chances with Faulkner here on the defensive end. So interesting choice. We'll see what the Dragons can do with it. Here is Nelson for Lee. Lee will spot up for the deep 3. Missed that one. It goes out of bounds off of Karns, and it'll stay with the Dragons. So 2:25 left to go. 55-51 the score. Inbounds pass. That goes to Alcorn, and we've got a foul whistled on Lockhart. So another foul whistled against Karns. That'll be their 5th. 2 shots coming up. Oh, they got that on 2-2. Excuse me, not on Lockhart. That is on 2-2. His second, team's fifth. Oh. Yes. His third, team's fifth. So at the line will be Jackson Alcorn. 2:23 left to play. First one is on its way. First one is good.
I like watching Alcorn play. As a freshman, he's getting some very big varsity minutes.
Can't hit the second shot. Yeah, he has been impressive. And, you know, we really don't see Coach Lockhart play a tremendous amount of freshmen. I mean, we do every now and again, but certainly not like we've seen in other programs. But I always take that as a sign that young man probably is pretty talented. 55-52, 2:19 left to play. Foul shots at the other end for Lockhart. That's the fifth foul.
Both teams shooting
Dragons.
that two-shot.
LeBron Booker's second personal. First one, no good. 55-52 remains our score. Second shot rattles its way home. 56-52, back to a 4-point advantage now for the Beavers. So Lee hands it off to Nelson at midcourt. Nelson returns the favor now to Jeremiah. Lee directing traffic up top. Goes cross court for Booker. Booker to Lee. Lee penetrates. Jumper won't go. Like the idea. Just could not get that one to fall. Rebound attempt goes off of Karns. Looks like it went off a 2-2. And so it'll be Dragon basketball. Maddox gets it into Lee. Lee up top. Out on the left wing for Booker. Booker back in the corner, left side. Three ball on the way from Bryson Maddox. Couldn't get it to go. LeBron Booker tears the rebound away from a couple of Beavers and a Dragon. He really wanted that ball. Now it's Carter Nelson on the other side trying for the three ball. Would not go. 97 seconds left to play fourth quarter. Here's Faulkner in a hurry up into the front court. Now in the corner for Dawson for three. No good. Rebound grabbed inside by Lockhart, and there's a foul on Maddox. So 56-52. Clock stops with 1:25 left to go. That will be the foul on Maddox. That is going to be his fourth.
Yeah, it might be his fourth.
So four fouls on Maddox with 85 seconds left.
Big free throw right there.
First shot is up and good. Makes it a 5-point game, 57-52. Second one, good. Lockhart makes it a 6-point lead. 85 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Into the front court comes Jeremiah Lee. Lee, cross court for Booker. Booker and Lee, a little two-man game out front. Here's Booker. Driving, gets it outside for Lee. 65 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Dragons need to be playing here with a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Very
there's
patient.
one thing to look for a good shot, but
Here's Nelson with the miss, Lee with the rebound, and he gets it to LeBron Booker. Booker with the bucket makes it 58-54 with 54.5 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, Dragons maybe need to be a little bit more aggressive in looking for their shot. Obviously, that time
need
got
a
what
quick score.
Yeah, they got what they ended up wanting, but it took them a really long time to find it.
Yeah. A lot of times when teams aren't scoring as well as they do mid-season, coaches will slow the game down a little bit, run your half-court sets, and teach them some patience.
Yeah.
On offense. That's one of the hardest things to do for high school players is to be patient on offense.
Yeah, because they want to run.
We want to do those run and guns or one pass and shoot. You know, be patient. Do what the defense gives you. Make the defense move. Make them more than one-dimensional.
Make the right play. Don't make the flashy play.
Right.
So 58-54. Been a very entertaining night of basketball here inside the Don W. Locker Gymnasium, the Donnie Dome, the Dragon Den. Call it what you will. We call it the home of the Dragons. I call it my happy place.
That's exactly right. This is your home away from home, isn't it, Jim?
It really is. Honestly, when I left radio, this is the only thing I was going to miss. So thank you, Matt Hagan, for letting me do it. 58-54. And I mean the only thing I was going to miss. 58-54. Here's the inbounds pass. Lockhart. Coach Lockhart doesn't want him to foul just yet. Trying to get that defensive stop. Nice hands right there from Dooley. Obviously doesn't result in a turnover, but it does slow up what Karns wants to do. And now Coach Lee Henson going to call his guys over as he calls a timeout with 45 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter.
You know, games like this is what Coach Lockhart lives for.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he loves to strategize and coach right here in this situation.
And I don't know if there's too many people he'd rather be doing it against than on the other side.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is, you can always, like, obviously a couple of years ago when he had that senior-laden team, he was just kind of the orchestrator there. Last year, this year, he's having to be a little bit more of that teacher, the hands-on coach, and I think he missed that from a couple of years back because he didn't have to do as much of that hands-on because when you've got 8 guys with you for 4 years, they kind of know what you want to do.
Exactly. And you know, those players had played so long together, and they had floor sense. They had basketball sense. A lot of times that just comes from experience that players get from. That's
how I feel about this crop of Lady Dragons because they've been playing together for so long. They also have a little bit of that hive mind, if you will.
That's right. That's right.
So here we go. Miller to inbound after the timeout. 45 seconds left to play. Here's Lockhart. Takes it in the backcourt now. Gives it ahead to Dawson. Blake Dawson with it. And Braylon Hayden gives the foul about immediately. 39 seconds left. Nice job there by the Dragons. 2 shots coming up. It'll be Blake Dawson. Maybe not the guy you want to descend to the line, but.
Well, I don't know. He's only been to the line once, and he's missed those free throws. So, I don't know. He is a good shooter, though.
Yeah, pretty good offensive player, this Dawson. Knocks down the first one, and it makes it 59-54. So it's a 5-point game. 39.8 seconds left.
This shot will make it a 2-possession game at the very least. For sure.
So it can make it a 6. Yeah, can make it a 6-point game.
Yes.
With a free throw here, it is no good, and it stays a 5-point margin. Here's Nelson across the way for Lee in a hurry. LeBron Booker back to Lee on the right side. This is Nelson for 3 off the mark, a little bit too strong to the right. It's going to be Booker on the other side. His 3 no good. Rebound kept alive by Lee, tracked down by Nelson. Nelson gives it up for Richardson for 3, buries it. Carson Richardson, 59-57, made a name for himself last year doing exactly that.
That's exactly why Coach Lockhart put him in, to do exactly what he was born to do, hit those 3s.
Yeah, shooter's going to shoot. Carson Richardson, definitely a shooter. Last year, he was the primary recipient of my favorite Chris Lockhart play. When there's something going on down here, and he just he brings the point guard over. Hey, I'm going to talk to you. And then as soon as that ball's inbounded, he takes off, hits a 3. It's bonkers. It's my favorite play in Clinton High School basketball because if you haven't seen it, you're startled because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes this guy running across midcourt, takes it, puts up a 3. 59-57, 15 seconds left to go, regulation time. The Dragons definitely entertaining us all here on a Tuesday night. Great basketball we've seen here this evening at the Donnie Dome. We've got 15 seconds left. It'll be Karns to inbound in the form of Owen Miller. Miller gets it to Faulkner. Faulkner, Dragons trying to foul him, and there's the foul given finally by LeBron Booker. with 10.5 seconds left. That took longer than the coaches wanted to, I'm sure. So 59-57, 10.5 seconds left to play. Faulkner at the line can make it a 2-possession game if he can hit both these free throws. Again, the 1-and-1 is like the dodo bird. It is extinct in high school basketball. So it's a 2-shot foul. Faulkner misses the first one, meaning no matter what, this is a 1-possession game. Dragons call a timeout.
Yeah, this is what Chris loves to do. Ice that player, make him think about it longer than he needs to. Sometimes that works out for you, and sometimes it don't.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how well it'll work on Bubba Faulkner. He's been there a couple of years. He's got that experience. We'll see how it all plays out. But Coach Lockhart in there. You can see him. He's the animated one.
So now he's putting in his rebounding crew right here.
Maddox, Booker, Nelson, Dooley, and Lee, the 5 on the floor right now for the Dragons. Bubba Faulkner at the free throw line, trying to make this a 3-point game.
Yeah,
another thing this lineup can do is shoot.
He's got Richardson hiding over here in the corner.
Ah, yes, he does. And there we go. Shot is good, 60-57. And we've got a stoppage. Timeout taken, I believe, by Coach Henson. I'm not 1,000% sure. Everybody just stopped all of a sudden, and it looked like people knew what was going on. So I think there may have been a clock issue. Not ours. I think it's supposed to still be at 10.5. I think that's what I just heard, or just saw the official say. Yeah. I'm no rip leader. A rip leader. That's right, a rip leader.
A rip leader, there you go.
Not a lip reader, but a rip leader. So we had 9 seconds left. So I guess, I think they're trying to put 10.5 back on. That clock, of course, is older than Moses, so it takes a really hard, I've watched people do that for years now. Do you remember the Timex Sinclair computers?
Yes.
Like the ones that, okay, with the flat buttons. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
And you have to make room for human error when you're down there running these clocks, and that when you push it and it's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
And everybody's yelling at you, and you're like, I pushed it.
Hey, we got a whole minute 5 left now.
Yeah.
All right. Something tells me that the Karns bench will notice that. There we go. 10.5 seconds put on the clock here. So 10.5 seconds. The Dragons will have it. They've got to go the length of the floor with 10.5 seconds left to tie this game.
Yeah.
60-57. Carter Nelson gets it into Jeremiah Lee. Lee with the speed into the front court. Gives it up for Richardson. Back to Lee. 3 seconds on the clock. Lee with a great step back. His 3, no good though. He got a great look at it, but it would not fall. And the Clinton Dragons lose tonight by the final of 60-57. It looked to me, though, like the Dragons got what they wanted. That shot just would not fall. Great move there by Jeremiah, in my opinion, to create the separation, to give him such a good look.
Even get the shot off, yes.
That was good defense played down the stretch there by Karns, but in the end, it is the Karns Beavers who come out with the win.
And Karns put their best defender over there on Richardson, if you'll notice, and even a mismatch. So, great read by Chris to see that, notice that, and get it to Jeremiah.
And, in a clutch situation like that, Jeremiah, I don't mind having the ball in his hand. That kid can shoot, and obviously he is one of the leaders of this team.
Yes.
So a split decision here tonight. Clinton High School basketball, the Lady Dragons win it 54-49. The Dragon Boys fall by the final score of 60-57. Again, our next broadcast will be coming up on Thursday night. We'll be here for Meigs County. So want you guys to tune in for that, starting around 6 o'clock. And hopefully, I'm assuming Matt will be here, so the camera work will not be quite so scattershot.
Right.
So
we'll get him back working.
Yes. Lisa's doing my favorite thing, which is on-air math, which is so much fun to do. But at least this year, there's somebody that can cover while you're doing it. Last year, I was sitting here going, pardon me, everybody, 5, 7. So there you go. So good night of basketball here. Again, Clinton comes out of here with, I think, a really good win. Certainly a win that Coach Doherty is going to hang their hat on. She called it their best win of the season so far. Probably right, especially considering last season's results against Karns. Obviously, these Lady Dragons, uber talented last year, uber young as well. Another year experience, and they were able to come back here, weather the storm, and handle the Lady Beavers.
Yeah, what a difference a year can make, too, in young players. It's exciting as a coach to sit and watch your young players develop over the year and a year's time, and especially with boys, young men, because they not only develop in their game, but they also develop in their physical bodies. They'll grow taller, where girls not so much. So Booker led the team tonight with 19, if I got the score right. And then for Karns,
as I always like to say, Lisa, we call these statistics highly unofficial.
Right. These are highly unofficial. When Coach Locker comes up and talks, he may be able to have a more official count for you. Number 2 for Karns,
Karns, that was Blake Dawson.
Blake Dawson ended up with 14, and number 5,
that was Simon Tutu.
Simon Tutu had 15. So they had 2 people in double figures, and Clinton had one with some on the brink of double figures.
It's still, I like the balance here with Clinton.
Do love
You've got Nelson and Dooley with 8 apiece. You've got Eisen with 6.
Jay Lee with 6.
Jay Lee, yep, with 6 points. So a lot of people scored, but obviously just couldn't get some of those bunnies to fall near the basket. And so I think that missed opportunities probably will be what Coach Lockard talks about both hopefully after us here or after the game here with us and when he gets done talking to his players. But obviously he'll be talking about that in the days leading up to Meigs County on Thursday.
Yeah, and those shots are going to come for these fellas as the season rolls on. Like I said, the score probably for both teams really, especially for Clinton that I saw. We missed a lot of crip shots in the paint, and I'm sure Chris will have that statistic.
Oh, yeah.
One thing about Chris is when he goes home after a game, he watches film that night.
Yeah.
He doesn't wait till the next day or whatever. He goes home. And
he's not like, because every football coach I've ever known, they got the 24-hour rule. You get 24 hours to either, celebrate the win or
Coach Locker
mourn
can't
the
sleep
loss.
until he does
He's like, all right, we're done. We're going to go watch film of it now. So.
And he can do that. He don't have young kids. His kids are grown, and so he can do that. Of course, he did that when they were little too. Let's be real about it.
Chase watched film with him
all the time. Yes.
Well, Lisa, this was fun again.
Yes, I've enjoyed it.
And we'll do it again on Thursday.
I'm
going to hang out up here and wait for Coach Locker to come and speak to us, and we'll send Lisa on her way. She can have an awesome Tuesday night.
Good night, everybody.
Great job, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim.
That is Lecia Watson right there, and the Lady Dragons win tonight. The Dragon Boys fall 60-57, the final score. Karns takes care of business here tonight against the Orange and Black. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to kill the audio for a moment. Coach Lockard should be up here shortly. Failing that, we'll head to the house right now. Again, you'll see the picture, but the audio's going away. Do not be surprised, and don't change that channel or however you're watching us. Welcome back, everybody, inside the Don W. Lockard Gymnasium. Waiting on Dragonhead basketball coach Chris Lockard to come and speak with us after his team comes up just short against a solid Karns basketball team. Final score here tonight, 60-57. He is taking care of another media obligation. So I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and step aside for just another moment right here on Dragon Vision. Back momentarily with Dragon head coach Chris Lockard. Chris wrapping up his media obligations. Look at you up here on Radio Row.
Yeah, no.
Chris Lockhart, head coach of the Dragons. And, I would say, tough loss, whatever. That was just another typical Clinton Karns game. That's exactly what that was. And twice on Tuesday. I mean, we've seen that game, 24, 25 times.
How many times how long we've been doing
like
this?
50?
Yeah.
But it seems like every time we get together with them, you guys jumped out and got a good lead. They were able to come back, and then they took the lead here in the second quarter. But what did you see from your team tonight that you're encouraged by going forward?
Chemistry. That's my main concern.
Especially, still trying to work in a lot of new faces. Yeah. Again, it's hard to replace 8 seniors even 2 years later.
Oh, yeah, definitely, and it's, and I'll share with you my 3 concerns about this season is chemistry, discipline, and adaptability. And I broke that down with the boys. I mean, the chemistry comes more from, trusting one another, being coachable. Discipline, we talked about the self-discipline and discipline inside what we want to do, disciplined in your role, being adaptable. Are you willing to change your role and change what you need to do?
I was going to ask you about the adaptability.
And then can you trust what I'm asking you to do? My number one example on that is Bryson Maddox. You and I have been talking about Bryson since day one. He stepped in my jerseys. He's phenomenal. And I've had to move him to the 4 spot for a little bit. And you've been doing this a long time with me. Bryson's not really sure yet. Yeah. But we've had a lot of outstanding 4-men in the name of Jesse Rod, Mikhail Viberts.
Oh,
and, and the list goes on. And I think Bryson can be that kind of player and be able to step out and play on the perimeter. So it's going to be a learning curve for him. And you saw him a couple of times tonight not do Bryson things.
Yeah.
I think the big key is we missed too many shots in between the elbows. We got great looks. We got open threes. We got open 14-footers.
That seemed to be a theme all night long. There was a lot of missed shots, both teams, in the girls' game, too.
And we just couldn't get that to go. And I was very pleased with the last minute 50. I think we got down 6. I made 2 adjustments. I subbed 4 or 5 times. These boys have not done that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we got a chance, got the ball and have a chance to tie and go with overtime.
Speaking of which, how good is it to have Jeremiah Lee out there? We didn't think we were going to have him this season. I know that, that knee is not structurally good.
No.
But it was great to have him out there. He certainly hit a couple of big shots, but more importantly, it seemed like he was really doing a good job as the floor general out there.
He did, and again, he's having to adapt this season and change. Last year we didn't have some options. It was a lot of times, Jeremiah, you got to go make 3 baskets.
Yeah.
And he either made it and we got a chance to win, or he missed it and we lost. And that's a hard change. Now he's having to look to score but run the show, and so we're growing, and I hate losing. That just eats me to death, especially when you feel like you have a shot to win. And you can see Jeremiah down there. Last year, if we'd have lost a game this early, it wouldn't have bothered him.
Yeah.
And now it's eating him alive. But to create the kind of space he did right here to get that shot off.
That was amazing.
Oh, my Lord.
That was a fantastic move.
LeBron's scoring for us, and, he obviously was the first guy I went to break the zone open, and he just didn't connect. Yeah. Then I went to Bryson, and I went to Alcorn, which Alcorn's going to be another phenomenal guy.
We were talking a lot about him during the broadcast. Lisa's really excited about him. Tell me a little bit about Jackson Alcorn's game, because it seems like he can do a little bit of everything.
He can. He's obviously ahead of the game as a freshman. We got 4 freshmen that are really good.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of ahead of that because he has a good feel to score. Now, you didn't see it tonight. I think he got maybe a little bit nervous. He missed a couple of those. I went to him. Braun didn't make him, then I went to him, and then I put Carter in there. I just felt like, and I think that's where we had the most success. But then Jeremiah got in a little foul trouble and had to, remove that. So, things happen. We're going to have to get better. defensively, I was okay. You know, our zone was good. Our man was good. Our pressure was good.
It didn't seem like, I was watching the game, and it didn't seem like there was anything like egregious that you're going to be sitting there harping on. And like when you watch the film later on tonight, you're going to be going, I can't believe that. But it certainly, and Lisa and I were talking about this during the course of the broadcast, and you and I talked about it last year. It seems like your role this year is, again, more of the teacher. Obviously, 2 years ago, 8 seniors, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Last year, you're trying to basically introduce 12 kids into varsity basketball, and then you come back this year and you've got a nice mix. There's a lot of returners, and you've also got some guys that we haven't seen a lot of before. But is there anybody else on here that you're on the team that you're really excited to see? Obviously all of them.
Yeah.
But is there somebody that you're specifically going, when that kid really starts to figure it out, when the light comes on, that kid is going to be something special?
Jacob Dooley. I think Jacob Dooley could be the best player in the league.
He's awesome.
He's got a great athleticism. I mean,
he's pretty fearless inside, too.
He's very crafty. He doesn't trust himself yet about doing certain things, but he can play inside, outside. I think if it clicks for him where that confidence comes into play, then it changes a whole lot of stuff for this team. Right now I'm having to try to do some of that stuff with Bryson, and that's really not, Bryson needs to play in both areas. I think Jacob could control the paint on both ends. And Caden Nyson has been doing an outstanding job with his leadership stuff. Tonight was a tough night for him because their post player was more like Jacob. He was more athletic. Yeah. Which, that's just part of the games. But, Dewey's the kid, I think,
when the light comes on.
If it switches, he's got some hidden talents, and I'm trying to pull him out of him and let him be confident enough to do it.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, you got Meigs County coming in on Thursday night, and then off to Powell on Friday. I guess what will you work on tomorrow? Obviously, you've only got the 1 day off in between games, but what will you work on in practice tomorrow? How tough will you run the boys, or is tomorrow just basically look back at tonight, figure out what we need to improve on, and do that?
No, too early in the season for that. We got to get after it. We'll do a lot of 14, 15-foot jump shots. And we'll make sure we're moving the ball a little better. We'll make adjustments on long shot, long rebound stuff. We ran to the rim some. I mean, we'll get after it. When we're 2 weeks to the district tournament, then I'll worry about their legs.
Maybe we'll ease off a little bit.
But right now, no. We'll buckle down, and we're going to have a really tough practice tomorrow and get after it.
And they're kids. You can run them.
They're
not like us.
No.
I'll follow.
One trip up and down, I'm finished.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Coach,
it's been fun, man.
It's
glad to be
fun.
back. I'm loving this team, Jim.
It seems like this is a group, and I still love the fact, and Lisa and I, my favorite Chris Lockard play is the hide the shooter talking to the coach play. I love that play. We saw like a variation of that tonight. That is my favorite Chris Lockard play. Always has been.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a fun group. If they can build the chemistry from within, and they allow me to push them outside of their comfortable bound.
Is that something that you as a coach can help them do, or is that something that they have to develop on their own? Like, do you encourage them to spend time together, like outside the gym and things like that?
You can, but to play the game is more about trusting who you're playing it with and building that relationship. You can have a relationship here on the floor. You don't have to be best friends off the floor. Now, it makes it easier sometimes.
Sure. Yeah.
But sometimes it makes it easier not to be. But, like I tell them, I can guide you and try to put you in certain situations, but ultimately they have to develop that themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they do, look out. We'll be ready to roll.
You got it. Chris, I think we're being played off. The music is playing.
Let's go do it. I'll see you.
All right, see you on Thursday, man. All right, everybody, that will wrap it up for tonight's edition of Dragon Vision without Matt Hagan. So we will be back on Thursday night, as we mentioned, as we take on Meigs County. Our coverage will begin right around 6 o'clock or so. Myself, Lecia Watson, Matt Hagan will be back in the building on Thursday night. Until then, for everybody involved with Dragon Vision, this is Jim Harris saying good night and go.